Previously on Getting Dicey.
Glassstaff rolled a natural 20. He's going to open up the door next to him, manages to rush through out of sight.
I am going to cast Sleep.
As soon as you cast this, you notice Loris fall asleep next to you. You see Sig slump into a sleep beside you as well. And you hear the Baron hit the floor, but you don't know what's happened with Glassstaff.
The vines! Release the vines!
Sig takes an HP of damage as the vines pull themselves out of his orifices.
Alright, I'm gonna dash forward past where he's escaped.
Shall I look after them? These two.
As you run around the corner, you see Glassstaff lying unconscious next to the bridge. Glassstaff just lets out a little...
Aww.
So I'm going to just take the handle of my axe and just going to bash it into the side of his temple.
As you bring that down into him and knock him unconscious, you hear, like, from the south, "I heard that there was a lot of trouble and I came to help."
I think the safest thing is to take him to Daran and let the Order sort things out.
Yes, I believe they'll know exactly what to do with him. As you exit, that brings us to the end of Act 2.
Yay! We moved the story along.
As you knock, you eventually hear tired footsteps, and the door opens but a crack. Oh, good. Can a man not get any rest from you lot?
We've got a knocked out necromancer with us.
I'm just going to drop him at his feet.
If you are able to visit this well for me, I'm certain we can get further information by the time you return.
We lay the killer of your friend at your feet, and this is the reaction you have?
Could you help me bring this man inside? And so as you guys approach the sleeping giant, you can hear the laughter and shouting within. Sildar's furious, and he pushes past Gil and Loris. He runs at the red brand that's still seated with a swing of the sword, takes the head clean off. Back.
Getting Dicey.
That's right, looking
dicey.
pretty, getting dicey. That's
Yeah.
Anyway. So,
Okay. We understand.
yeah, you guys get where I was coming from. It is Sildar's turn. He hadn't actually rolled for the hit. We're leaving that for now. We're leaving that for right now. So he brings that sword down across the neck of the red brand, and he manages to hit, but doesn't seem to do too much damage. How much damage was he on? Oh, okay. Well, he didn't do too much damage in the grand scheme of things, but that red brand is looking pretty badly. His neck is wide open, and just like the other red brand, is bleeding profusely from the neck. And he brings it across once more and lops that last red brand's head off as well. Sildar has decapitated 2 people in front of your very eyes. And that is the end of initiative. Who did we lose just now?
Sig.
Oh, Sig.
Disappointing.
There he is. He's back. So I'll say that again, nice and dramatic. And that is the end of the battle of the red brands. Looks like Reese is frozen. I think he might be having some issues. That's not good.
Oh no.
Okay.
Just looking skeptical.
Yeah. Right. So you've got Sildar standing in front of another body that drops to the ground. The room is still kind of filled with vines, although it doesn't seem to be holding anyone in place anymore.
I shall end my concentration to remove the vines.
Oh, cool. And the vines retract themselves into the floors, and the tavern owner is released.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, what'll you have? She says, completely ignoring the mayhem
Wow.
that has just gone
Been
on.
You're not
normal
easily
for
phased. I'm guessing you weren't that fond of those regulars then.
They've been doing me a misjudgment for many years.
Well,
Just
Have they been here for years?
Well, those ones have been, but I mean, the resurgence of all of these bastards has only been heavily here for a couple of months. But the
Right.
one that was pouring his own beer, I'm sick of him.
Well, in that case, you're welcome. Well done, Sildar.
And Sildar's back in his head again. It's almost like he's kind of got these like post-traumatic flashbacks in his mind. He's completely silent again and lost in his mind. Gil.
I'll place my hand on his shoulder and just say, "Come, Sildar, let's." And then I kind of bring it in and say, "Go have a drink somewhere else." And hope that she can't hear me. Insinuating, let's not drink around dead bodies.
Yeah. Sildar looks up at Gil, and says, "Yes, I'll see you back at the Stonehill if that's all right. I think I might have something to tell you guys anyway." And he moves out of the sleeping giant.
Not going to help us clean up then? Okay. All right, bye.
I mean, come on. He just got an out by Gil.
Yeah.
Gil.
Cleanup's for the barmaid anyway. It's not for us.
It's probably normally like this.
We did cause the mess. A little bit.
I'll search the bodies and see what they have on them.
Yeah, as you search them all, they have all your typical stuff. They've got the red coats. Everything's drenched in blood now. And you see you find a combined total of maybe half a dozen gold pieces, and that's about it.
I want to gather up their things, like the gold and like anything that looks like it might be of value, like maybe scimitars or whatever, and just place them on the bar and say, "Here, madam, for your inconvenience. It's been a long day. Apologies. We must retire now."
All right, love, thanks. I should be able to get a pretty penny for some of those things.
Yeah.
All right, then I'll leave then. If that's an out to get me out of cleaning this mess up, I'm out of here. I'm with Sildar.
She kind of
out.
she kind of walks off and just and only a second later comes back with a bucket and mop and just starts kind of like slopping. Like, this place is not clean anyway. Like, it seems like she's just going to do the best she can do for the situation.
I figured the 6 gold was worth it. Like, for us to not have to spend our evening cleaning up.
Yeah. Let's get out of here.
I am pretty tired.
All right. So where are you guys wanting to go? What's the next step?
Unless you had like a whole bar cleaning simulator plan for us for tonight.
No, that was one of the. I mean, if you had have done that, then I would have had to like start frantically looking at tables for how to get things done. She's now sort of just dragging one of the bodies out the back.
Okay, I'm gonna leave.
She's going to use it for bar meat. Let's get out of here. I think I suggest we follow Sildar to the stones where the hell he's going. I assume it's the other bar.
The Stonehill Inn.
Yeah. So we should follow him there.
I'm desperate for a bath and a sleep.
Sleep sounds good.
All right, so as you guys leave the sleeping giant, again, everything's now that the laughter and sort of cheering has been well and truly silenced from this bar. You've noticed just how quiet Phandelver is at this time of night. It's about 3 a.m. And everything seems pretty quiet. And as you near the Stonehill Inn, it seems pretty quiet there as well. You do remember Toblin yelling. It was sort of last round, the last time you walked past. So have you guys heading straight into the Stonehill Inn?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great. As you enter in, you see Toblin behind the bar, and he just lets out an almighty, "Oh, welcome! Oh, you guys look terrible. You have got blood, and whatever is on you, young bard, you look all very terrible right now. Look, I know we've kind of wrapped it up for the night, but if you need a drink, or Toblin can sort you out.
Whatever your strongest drink is, I'll have one of those, please. I say, wiping ichor from my
That was the wrong
from
one.
my brow.
Yeah. And he says, "Oh, say no more. I'll get you 5. Oh, no, wait. Sildar's in. Make that 6 drinks of the best." And he kind of turns around and gets to it. And you see Sildar, the only person remaining in this tavern, is just kind of... he doesn't even have a drink yet. He's just sort of sat down at this table.
I'll take the drink over to him once it's been poured.
Yeah, and Toblin turns around with the with a couple of handles of this dark brown liquid, and turns around to pour more.
So kind of him. I'll sit down and join the rest.
Okay. So as you sit down next to Sildar, he just kind of lets out a big sigh.
It was a hard day, Sildar. For you, as much as us.
Yeah, and he looks over at Gil. He seems to have become a little fond of Gil. He looks over at Gil and just says, "Yes, well, I'm trying to find the words to really describe what's happening. The one thing I haven't really discussed with you lot yet was my kind of not backstory, but what brought me here in the first place. It wasn't just to find my best friend. He's kind of part of the same alliance that I'm part of. They're not going to take this news very well."
What alliance is that?
I'm part, well, me and Iano, Glassstaff, whatever you want to call him now, we're agents of the Lord's Alliance.
I prefer the term dickhead for him.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
traitor would be fair.
Well, I mean, that's not even in doubt anymore, I guess. He came here to scope out Phandelver due to, we had heard that there had been some trouble here, and he was going to sort of settle down, and I was to follow and help bring a little bit of law and order back to the place.
Yes, well, men's hearts are evilly swayed to evil.
Subtle dig right there.
Just a little bit of casual racism.
Sexism, but okay.
Oh, right. Do you mean men as in human, or men
The
as
hearts
in...
of humans.
Oh, the hearts of humans.
Although, maybe, why not both?
It was totally a sexist jibe at the 5 male Pope. Should be just sitting right beside you.
Yeah.
No, it was only racist against three of you, really.
3.5, my lady.
It's 2.5.
2.5. Or 3 is
2.5, yeah.
Still does humanism.
I just meant you guys.
So 3.5.
You
I
know
can't
I'm not
really
a great
disagree.
fan of Sildar's,
I turn to Murikin and I say, "Give nothing to racism, Nesa."
And Sildar looks over at Murikin and says, I hope I've proven not all of us are bad. And I mean, you've got a fairly fine wizard and fighter accompanying you. I mean, surely you've started to gain some trust there, have you not?
Very astute of you, Sildar, yes.
Yeah. And he takes one of the drinks from Gil and starts drinking it back. Sig, what's Sig up to at the moment?
Sig is wiping the blood from his hammer and having a drink.
As you're wiping that down, Toblin sort of turns around with another couple of handles and places them on the bar for both Loris and the Baron, and he catches sight of that hammer, and he sort of says, Oh, that is mighty fine. Oh, you don't mind if I take a little look at that, do you?
Thank you for the compliment, kind sir, but I suspect you are not one of Cregnolian origin.
And he gives you a nod. He says, aye, that's right. What gives it away? The fiery red beard?
Indeed, sir. Perhaps you can look at this knife instead. It would be safer for you. It would be easier to hold when you're serving us more drinks. Thank you.
And he just kind of like, he rolls his eyes, has a little chuckle, and sort of just gets wiping down the bar a bit more, just tidying up before the night ends.
What's his name again?
Toblin.
Torben.
Toblen.
Toblin, we should like to speak with you shortly as well.
All right, I'll just be here. He's wiping everything down.
So, Sildar, so tell us more of this order.
Sure. So, there's not too much to tell. It's a political organization that unites various cities and towns of the north. We try to sort of come into each small town and settle in and try and bring law and order and try and bring a unified law to the world.
And necromancy is not one of your things?
Do I really need to go into the whole not knowing what that Iano guy was up to?
I still distrust what your motives are. Regardless of killing a red brand very well, I'm still not certain of your motives.
And he just sort of lets out a sigh, and he says, I don't think there's anything I could do to convince someone with the brains of this fellow. He sort of says to Gil.
I quickly tried to diffuse the situation and say, Loros notwithstanding, we understand Darren is also a member of this order. We've heard this a few times now. What of him? What role does he play here?
Oh no, that's look, if you want to talk about the Order of the Gauntlet, that's we're not 100% on board with what they're doing. They're just a bunch of vigilantes, almost no better than the Red Brands themselves. I mean, that's kind of how the Red Brands began, as just trying to take law into their own hands.
Funny
How is
see.
that different to what you're doing?
You just did. You took law into your own hands, and funny enough, a necromancer appears.
We are a political organization, something that has been put together by the kings and queens of this world.
An aristocracy.
Nothing comes from the aristocracy that's worth anything.
Oh, I mean, this is what...
Let me defend it.
I mean, name one of the places you live, and I almost guarantee that the rules and laws there are being governed by the Lord's Alliance. I'm amazed you haven't heard of us.
Where I come from, there are no rules and regulations. That's why I'm a wanderer.
I am not surprised.
I see. So there's more than one at work here, I suppose.
Do you want to repeat that? Sorry, John?
Everybody else, there's more than one hand at work here, I suppose. Everybody else, anything else you would like to discuss with Sildar?
Sildar, are you in? So you said it's the Order of the Lord's Alliance. Is that what you?
Just the Lord's Alliance.
Ah, it's not an order. Okay, fair enough.
My bad.
I have no interest in the politics of man. I'd rather just do good by my own moral code.
And good you have done in the last couple of days, American. I don't believe we'd be where we are right now without your help. And for that I am truly thankful.
Well, thank you very much. And to be honest, if our morals align, I would be happy to consider myself an ally to you also.
That is one of some of the best news I've heard in days. Yes. All I fear for right now is Gundren. I know that you were able to save me, but unfortunately, his luck was not as clear as mine.
It's upsetting, but I feel we've also failed to save a woman and her child. We need to pursue this matter further.
I mean, the last anyone heard of them, they were being dragged off by Red Brands. Did you fully search the hideout? I'm happy to go back in now that you've cleared Red Brands out.
Perhaps we should.
Yeah.
We just a question. We did find bodies matching the descriptions of those, though.
It was just the father, wasn't it?
That's right.
Yeah. We did,
Oh, I
and,
see.
and we only
Okay.
searched the basement of the mansion. Is that right? We didn't actually search the upper levels.
It
And
was
not all of the basement either.
Yeah, it was just so the basement was kind of two kind of levels to it, and you
Yeah.
basically cleared out the majority of the bottom layer of it, but not so
Yeah,
much the
but
top.
we didn't go into the house kind of thing, did we?
Yeah, I mean, Silda says, "Look, if what if what I think is correct, I don't think there's any more Red Brands to worry about. I'm happy to go in and investigate while you guys rest up, or maybe I can head in
Very
there
good idea.
tomorrow, or I can head in there tomorrow. I'm sure. I don't know. I'm hoping I'll find some sort of anything, any clues of their whereabouts."
Well, with the Red Brand threat gone, I'm sure the townspeople will be more than happy to put together a search party with you.
You are not wrong there. In fact, I might talk to the Lion Shield Costa. I believe you've met Linene at some point in your travels the last couple of days. Maybe I'll talk to her and see what she can do. Maybe even talk to the Miners Exchange and see if they can back me up, just in case there's any surprises.
Wait, what's the Miners Exchange? not the
It's
kids' mine.
children who
many
build tunnels.
They
No,
said better
poor
not
children,
be.
blind children.
They said better not be some sort of child trading underground situation. We must stamp that out immediately.
I agree.
I'm just trying to tally up how many hands there are in this. So the Miners Alliance, that's not to do with the Order of the Gauntlet, is it?
The Miners Exchange is a mere trading
exchange.
post for the miners of the sort of the area. I just feel they're big, brawny blokes with some tools that could be used as weapons.
Hold on.
They can help back me up if need be.
Some hunks. The Hunk Exchange.
That's the
I'd
one.
like to meet them.
Hold on. So, is there anyone else that's with you in the Lord's Alliance? Or is it just you, Dilda, and Iano?
Just myself, Iano no longer, and Gundren. We were the only ones really sent.
Gundren.
Gundren Rockseeker.
Where's Gundren right now?
Oh, you've forgotten already. Look,
Isn't he the dead guy?
no, he was. We were both ambushed on the road. I believe you met our horses, our suicidal horses. I believe.
Yeah, but he wasn't with you in the. Yeah, they shot the horses, shot themselves. But Gundren Rockseeker wasn't captured by the goblins, or he was, what happened to him?
Yeah, so he was captured, but he was taken to Cragmore Castle, and I have no idea. I have no idea where Cragmore Castle is. Maybe
Oh, okay.
there
So-
could
so
be
Gundren
someone in
could-
town that might know, but it's pretty well kept secret.
So as far as you know, Sildar, Gundren could well be another traitor type person who's plotting against your ruling of Phandelver now.
He's
Flander.
Seeing
Phandelver.
him have no control of anyone in your group. You know, they just seem to wander off and claim power for themselves.
I mean, at this point, you could be right. Maybe that's why he wasn't held with me. I don't know. All I know is that they were mentioning something about a map he was holding, and then him and all of his belongings and all of my belongings were taken, and I was left for dead.
What was the map?
The
Do we know
map
what that was?
important, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I feel like I have to explain this again.
Well, when we first met you, you were a rambling fool. We barely understood a word you said.
So
Soft.
you know of the Wave Echo Cave, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
We don't
Gundren
know where it is, though.
has what he believes to be a map to that cave.
Okay.
Well, I believe Iano was tasked with retrieving that map, so I feel it's important to more than Gundren and yourself. If Gundren has turned evil, we should pursue him. If he's innocent, we should save him. So
Yes.
I mean,
they
that
both lead to the same conclusion. Let's go get him. Let's find him.
sounds good to me, but I don't even know where we would begin. I have no idea of where Cragmore Castle could be.
Well, perhaps we could ask around town or ask Daran to gather intel for us while we sort out as well.
Yeah.
Yes, I assume that if not that I'm for their sort of the ways of their workings, or I believe the Order will probably try to get all information out of him.
Sig walks over to the conversation with a nice clean hammer.
Oh, very nice.
Thank you, Sildar, for your service. You've earned yourself 3 ticks from killing those 2 red brands and one other I can't remember where from. Perhaps you should go sleep and then do your thing. We'll do our thing. We'll potentially talk to you tomorrow. What say, everybody?
Sounds good.
Sure.
Bye, Sildar.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Sometimes you just need to leave the room, even if he's still talking. You just walk away,
I agree.
and that's what I'm going to do.
He probably won't notice.
Either that or he's going to get an axe in his head again, just
Ooh.
because he's
Okay.
so annoying.
Maybe I'll
Sheesh.
escort Laura away.
Yeah.
So annoying.
I didn't think he was being annoying this time.
Oh,
Yeah.
just everything he says makes me grumpy.
And so Sildar sort of gets up from the table and says, "Look, why don't I go and Harbin said something about rewarding you for emptying out the red brands. Why don't I go collect your stuff and I'll meet you back here in the morning."
Thank you.
Sound
so much.
plan.
All right, and Sildar gets up and sort of with a sword on his back and walks out of the door of the inn. What's the plan?
Is it Echo thing happening now?
Yeah, the echo's back. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is this the Wave Cave?
You found it.
I solved the puzzle.
Okay. And so as Sildar leaves,
Is it me?
I'm not sure. It might be. Has it got? No, it's still
It was
going.
still happening and I was muted, so I don't think it's me.
I don't know who it is.
It might be me.
Okay. Anyway, as Sildar leaves, Toblin sort of speaks up one last time. So, is there anything else you need other than a clean-up? There's some bath services upstairs.
Yes.
A bed.
Do you have a laundry service?
And he just lets out a bellowing laugh. Oh, that's not... Sorry, that wasn't him.
Don't laugh like that.
He lets out a bellowing laugh. Oh, we'll look after that. They'll be dry and clean by the time you rise.
Fantastic. This is good.
I suggest perhaps we rest here for the evening. I am pretty spent. I'm not sure upon yourselves.
Absolutely.
Cool. So as you guys... anything else you want to do before you call it a night?
I just wanted to speak to Tolbin for a second to say, Tolbin, with the red brands dealt to and the town master clearly not up to the challenge, there's been some conversation that you might be the logical successor. Would you be amenable to taking on that task?
Oh, why do I keep pushing that button? Sorry.
Secretly a goblin. No.
Yeah. He says, so run the Stonehill Inn and the town?
Well, whether or not you continue to run the inn is up to you, but I'm sure someone of your honesty, integrity, and courage could certainly add more value than that Torben fellow.
And he's kind of runs his hand through his hair and gives his scalp a bit of a scratch, and he's kind of like, townsmaster, you say? And he's kind of lost in thought there for a little bit.
It's perhaps not our title to give, but I think you would find quite a number amongst the popular vote.
Townsmaster Toblin. I like the sound of it. But I don't think it's something that can just be changed so easily, not with Harbin still around. Look, I'll sleep on it, and I'll have a bit of a think, and we'll see what the morning brings.
We can quite easily remove the fat man as the leader, tapping my axe.
These people must choose their own leader, Loros.
Yes, but I can remove their current one.
Oh, look, there'll be no need for violence. We've seen more than enough here in Phandelver.
It wouldn't be violent, it would be fun. But I'll let you think about it, and I'm going to be...
Cool. And you guys all head off to your different rooms, you bathe and you sleep, and you all awake the next morning feeling mighty refreshed with all of your clothes cleaned and pressed at the foot of your bed.
Sorry, but if anyone's touched my clothes, they'll lose their hands.
No,
Loris is not bathing. He's just going straight to bed.
All right, so you are still filthy, yeah?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. All right,
covered in gore and goo and everything. I'm wearing it like a badge of honor.
Gross. Okay, cool. So, it's now. Do you guys want to sleep? It's supposed to be like a full 8-hour rest here, so it's about 11 in the morning when you guys rise.
Yeah.
And as you guys come downstairs into the inn, there seems to be quite a few people sort of milling around having breakfast. There's one lady wearing kind of religious robes sitting at a table looking a little worse for wear. And of course, Toblin behind the bar. And he sees Loris and he just kind of shakes his head and he says, "So you didn't even take a bath? Oh boy, you might want to air yourself outside. We're probably going to have to burn those sheets."
I would recommend it. The smell of victory is very potent.
Not too potent.
And he just gets back to serving people around him. So what's the plan? What's your plan for the day?
We have a well to go find, do we not? Or are we going to go find the child and woman? Or are we assuming that Dildar has
Sildar is going to take care of that. I think we should... Sorry, I didn't quite catch it. What was Sildar doing with regards to Harbin? Was he visiting him on our behalf?
That's right. He was going to go. He just said to you guys that he was going to go visit Harbin and sort out the compensation for having rid the Red Brands out of the mansion.
Well, I think it would be good to. So the woman in the inn, is she like? Is it obvious? Like she's just by herself and seems kind of distraught, or like what's the?
She's just eating just like a pretty light breakfast there. She doesn't look distraught, but she's
salad.
Yeah, just a morning salad. Everyone's favorite breakfast, and she just looks a bit battered. She looks like she's got a few cuts and bruises. She doesn't look distraught though, but it is at quite a contrast with the religious robes she's wearing.
I shall walk on over to her and sit down. Well met.
And she looks up at you and says, "Well met. And what brings you here this morning?"
Myself and a party of adventurers have been helping out the town. Are you all right? You seem a little Like you've seen better days?
She lets out a big sigh, and she says, "Oh, that's Toblin. This is why I need a stream deck. This is what I'm saying. Stream deck would have all my problems
Whoa, that's a
solved."
weird NPC.
Sorry.
Oh, wow, what's she talking about? Is this some kind of magical item?
And
Write that down.
Stream
New
deck.
quest.
Stream deck. She lets out a sigh and she says, "Yeah, well, so I've had a tough couple of days with all these red brands running around, and look, I don't want to really bother you with my problems."
Oh, well, we've been investigating everybody's problems, to be honest. We're a bit of a nosy bunch, as it turns out. Do you need healing magic?
Oh, thank you for the offer, but no, this is if the god wills me to heal, then the god shall heal me. I will go to my shrine later on today, as I do every day, and I'll pray once again to the Shrine of Luck for just a chance for these scars to heal.
Perhaps your god sent us here to heal you.
Good one. She didn't think of that.
Oh, I mean, you're not using. Look, I appreciate it, but sometimes I do wonder about the godliness of magic and magic potions, and quite frankly, I'd like to steer clear of them. I believe my body shall heal in time and exactly when God wills it to heal. Anyway, it was my own fault. Anyway, I shouldn't have gone looking for Agatha. It's my own fault.
Who,
No need
pray
to
tell, is...
I was just going to say, no need to self-flagellate. I mean, you tried to do a good thing. You tried to help your friend.
That's true. But yes,
Gil was wondering. Yeah, Gil was wondering who she was. He's probably looking for a bride. Is she cute?
Oh well. I mean, Agatha was beautiful once.
Yeah.
Once.
Oh.
Just once.
Well, before her
Sort of like the opposite of...
before her untimely departing.
Oh.
Yes.
I've really walked in. I've really stepped in it.
Look,
It sounds more interesting to me now.
look. Look. I'll let you on a small secret. Look, I was visiting Agatha to get an answer about a spell book. Look, she only shows herself to specific people, and I thought, having studied the holy ways here, that I would be worthy of making her appear, or for her appearance, and alas, I was only attacked and left for dead. It seems I was not worthy of her appearance, after all.
Spellbook. I thought you were suspicious of magics.
The spell book isn't for me. It's while I am a member of the Harpers, I tend to not follow too much in their magical footsteps. They tasked me to try and get information about this spell book, but unfortunately I was unable to. There were rumors that if you can charm Agatha, if you can use her vanity, if you can sort of, like I said, she was beautiful once, and unfortunately, thanks to her demise, she is no longer. But if one was to have her appear and praise her beauty, then maybe she would give you information, any information I had heard. But I was hoping to get information about this spell book.
And what, pray tell, was your name, my lady?
My name is Sister Garael.
By the way, is she a human? What does she look like?
Yeah, so she's just like maybe like a 40-something-year-old human wearing female. She's got sort of long graying hair, and she's starting to show a bit of age from living relatively poorly. She's got sort of religious robes that would have once been white but are now quite dirtied.
Maybe we could help you with this book or finding Agatha.
Well, would you really?
Well, I'm intrigued by the spell book.
Just keep in mind, we already have quite a long to-do list.
Yeah.
Oh, well then I wouldn't want to impose.
I don't think it would be too much of an imposition. Who are the Harpers?
Self-interested much?
We're just look, we're just a group of people who advocate equality, and we secretly oppose the abuse of power. I'm here looking over Harbin, just keeping an eye on him for the Harpers.
Sorry, Laura fell asleep and I saw that. It's bored. It's like, oh god, not another group trying to save the world.
There are quite a few of them.
Just how many political factions are there in this tiny little town?
It's at least 5.
This is ridiculous. There's more political movements than there are people. It's insane.
What is the
Everyone's
spell book
fighting.
for?
What was that? Sorry, Shannon.
What is the spell book for?
Look, all I know it belonged to a legendary mage named Bowgentle. It's quite a bizarre name, but with a name like Gariel, I don't know what I can say.
And what kind of a person was Bowgentle?
Look, I don't know. The Harpers only tell me what I need to know.
He was probably gentle.
With his bow. And she reaches into her robes and pulls out a small jeweled silver comb. And she says, "This once belonged to Agatha. I believe if you were to trade this comb for an answer about the spell book, maybe then she can give you the answers that I might need. Surely, if you flatter her vanity, offer her the comb."
Okay. Where could we find this Agatha?
That's a good question.
So, are we supposed to be getting the spell book from Agatha, or getting her help deciphering a spell book, or giving it to you?
Gariel have it?
Is it your spell book?
Yeah.
You want us to get Agatha to decipher it for you and then give it back to you?
Look, I've been unclear. No, we're looking for the spell book. We know that it belonged to a legendary mage called Bowgentle, and
Mr. Bowgentle.
Mr. Bowgentle, and we believe, well, Agatha has quite the power. She will answer anything you ask of her, and I believe she will be able to give us the information for where this spell book shall be found.
But why do you want it? What does it have in it?
You would have to find the leader of the Harpers. I'm not privy to all information.
Sig walks over to the lady chatting, pricked up his ears at the point where she mentioned that she was attacked. Where were you attacked, lady? Who attacked you?
I'm just having a quick look. I'm just going to bring up the map. Should I bring it up for everybody? She says, "Pass me your map, and I'll show you where I was attacked, or at least whereabouts I was attacked."
Here you go.
So let's bring you over onto the map here. And she says, There's a town to the north east of here called Coneyberry.
What?
Surely you've heard of Coneyberry.
Tony Berry?
That's right, Coneyberry. You've never heard of Coneyberry. It's sort of north over the mountains of from the old Owl Well. I'm sure you've heard at least of that.
So north of the Owl Well. Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone knows the Owl Well.
There's a small path leading out of Coneyberry into the woods, which is where Agatha's. That's where Agatha had been sighted. And unfortunately, she didn't come to me, and on my way back through the ruins of Coneyberry, I was attacked.
Ruins, you say?
Correct.
Thank you, miss. We shall investigate for you. Enjoy your salad.
I'm just saying, you want us to find a spell book that you don't know what it's for someone else, and we don't know what the aims of the people who you're working for really are, other than the sort of nebulous idea of
Equality and oppose of misuse of power.
I mean, I said
that's pretty great.
I kind of said from the start you didn't have to help me. I mean,
I'm just feeling a little stressed by the to-do list that's expanding in front of my eyes. I want to do.
Well, by all means, you don't have to do a thing I say.
I believe did say at the very beginning she did not want our help.
Yeah, I believe.
I just assumed that she needed our help.
Yeah, I believe that God will help me find a way forward with or without your help. I mean, don't feel you need to take this on.
I believe Baron has his own desires to help.
Well, it is on the way.
Kind of, sort of. It's a diversion to the other. No, it's north rather than south when we get to the road. But
it's a bit north of the Owl Well, apparently.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm happy to check it out if it's on the way.
Yeah, if we run into it, it's good to know about it.
I'm a little concerned about all of these political factions and who exactly our allies are. I hope we're not allying ourselves with various factions who are opposed to each other, because that would make it a little bit awkward.
we did ally ourselves. Well, some of us allied ourselves with Dildar, whose best friend turned into a necromancer, whose other best friend seems to have just disappeared, like Yano did. That concerns me. But
Sildar's a good old boy. He's a good old boy. Where is he though?
Anyway, so
he was going to meet us here, wasn't he?
Sister Gariel sort of speaks up and she says, "Look, if by any chance you do find information about the whereabouts of this spellbook, I'll see that you are rewarded. I see that you believe in the healing powers of healing potions. Maybe I can find some and have them waiting for your return. Should you bring me the information we need." But look,
that just got interesting.
I if you don't mind, I just would like to finish this hearty salad. It's a Caesar salad.
Good breakfast. Indeed.
Before getting back and attending to the shrine.
Did I get the silver comb from her just to make sure?
Yeah. So, are you asking for it? She kind of is
unsure.
Yeah,
I was just wondering if I did get it. I thought I did. But
right, she hasn't handed it over yet, but she sees you eyeing the silver comb in her hand, and she says, "Look, I can only give this to someone who is going to use it to get the information. I mean, this is my only chance. Can I trust you with it?"
Yes. If I can't do it, I'll send it back by post. I'm pretty sure. I'm going that way, and I'm very interested in this mystery.
Well, please, if you do return and you haven't seen or heard of Agatha, please return it to me either here or at the shrine.
Or the Harpers, wherever they are.
Well, I'm one of the only Harpers here in Phandelver, but so yeah, I mean,
which shrine?
The shrine. I believe you've seen the shrine out in the town centre.
The Luck Shrine.
That's the one.
Okay. I've seen something happen at the Luck Shrine. Okay. No, will do. I will do. This sounds very good. Thank you very much.
And she just gets back to her salad.
Enjoy your salad.
All right. Sig, what are you up to?
Sig is happy that he's discovered an area of Faerun which contains people who will beat up old ladies. And he will go there and he will remedy the situation.
Nice.
After the conversation finishes, he will wait at the door for his party.
Okay, great. Loris, what's the big man up to?
Loris is just waiting for us to go to the well.
Okay, cool.
He's tired of all the political stuff. It's doing his head in.
Okay, cool.
So much politics. I just want to do good, but people are strange. Humans are strange.
Gil.
Perhaps.
I suggest we go and talk to Harbin, possibly, but we should pay a visit to the Costa.
Cool.
Indeed.
Cool. So did you guys want to make your way over towards the Costa first?
Wasn't Dildar meant to meet us here, or maybe we'll catch up with him there, or
Maybe I was about to announce him and now I'll just hold off a little bit. Maybe he'll show up another time now. Let's see.
Yeah, what do we agree with him?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Don't be impatient. Come on. All right.
I'm not sure.
Maybe he'll show up soon.
Oh, Dildar, it's so amazing to see you here.
Maybe he won't.
Maybe I had some world building to do as you exited the Stonehill Tavern.
all I'm saying is I didn't want to leave the tavern and then you'd be like, Dildar showed up and was so disappointed he judged you again because you left without waiting for him.
Right.
I don't think we can count on Dildar to turn up anywhere he says he's going to be. He just appears. It seems to be his thing.
Okay. So
He is quite the ditherer.
as you guys head into the town centre and south towards the Lion Shield Costa, you do sort of see Carp at the end near the woodworker's house watching you guys intently. And he sees you guys and he's kind of looking at you a little bit strangely. He's kind of like looking all of you over. And he starts sort of repeating a few words to himself. You can't really hear what he's saying. He's repeating a few words to himself and he just like sprints off. Sort of laughing and little Carp, the little halfling boy that helped you.
He's so cute.
Yeah. So he's just kind of looked you over. He's repeating a few words and he's looks like he's run off back towards home. And then, yeah, as you near sort of the woodworker's house where Carp was standing, you can see Sildar making his way out of the townmaster's hall to your left. To which he says, good timing. I mean, this is almost too good a timing. It's like fates have collided here. This is great. And he walks over to you and he's just got a big bag of a big heavy bag in his hand.
Dildar, good morning.
Yeah.
It's lovely to see you. He's a good old boy.
It's good to see you too, American. And he hands you the bag, and it's clearly filled with gold pieces.
I thought it'd be breakfast salad.
Even better.
And he says, "Oh, someone's got the. I think it might be Sig actually doing the old. Yeah. See now.
No way.
Anyway." So he hands you the sack and he's like, yes, I managed to get the reward from Harbin. He's pretty stoked about the whole thing, to be honest. Yeah, he's quite happy that the Red Brands are kind of taken care of. He said something about not having to sleep with one eye open. Seems like a strange way to sleep, but whatever.
I'm glad for him. This is his chance to redeem himself.
And he sort of looks to the party and says, look, I was just heading down to the Miners' Exchange just to see if anyone would accompany me. I figure now is the best time to head in and see if we can find the family
Miners.
Yeah, no, the woodworkers' family.
Oh.
Look, like I said, I don't think you guys need to worry about this. I'll see who I can get and take care of that business. Yeah.
You're putting together a search party to find the missing woman and child.
Yeah, that's correct.
Thank you so much. I wish you the best.
And with that, he makes his way down to the sort of passes you guys and makes his way down to the miners' exchange.
I'm going to tick that off our to-do list. Great.
Okay.
Excellent.
What we'll do just to speed this along, we know that this is just kind of like you walk into the costume, little ding-a-ding-a-ding rings above you as you walk into this shop. Lenine comes out and knows that you're here for her wares. She sort of takes you into the back room and displays all of the weapons. She has heard of everything you've done over the last 24 hours. And she's ready to help you or help accommodate you in whichever way you see fit. So let's blitz through this purchasing thing. There's no need to slow this bit down with back and forth conversation. What were you guys? How were you guys hoping to spend some of that cash? I sent you guys like a list of items. Earlier this week, a couple of days ago, yesterday, something like that.
Well, we were going to inquire whether there was a hero's discount available to us.
Yeah, so those prices that I sent, those had the hero's discount included.
I see.
Yeah, I had a little list that had prices that included sort of the cheap, the normal, and the expensive, and I gave you the cheap prices.
How much gold did Silda hand us?
You look into the bag to see a total of 200 gold pieces.
Woo!
Ooh,
Cool.
not bad.
Will our accountant tally that up to our?
Yes.
Thank you.
So we have in the team treasury we have 510 gold pieces. We have 301 silver, and then we have 1 pearl, which is worth 100 gold. We have 2 peridots, which are worth 15 each, and we have 5 carnelians, which are worth approximately 10 each. We also have 2 small garnets that we are unsure of the value, and 5 gems and 1 small golden earring, but those ones we don't know about.
She has a look. She has a look over those, and she says, "It's about 30 gold pieces."
If the party's happy, I've got 130 gold on my person, and I'll tax 70 from the party fund to buy some splint mail.
Everyone happy with that?
Happy with that?
Cool.
Cool. So I'm going to zero out my on-board gold. And Gil, I wouldn't mind you to do that. That'd be cool. And that's all I want to do. Thank you.
And I think this is the part where Baron mentioned in the chat that we should do a montage of us going into dressing rooms and trying things on.
Going around,
Yeah.
we're all sitting there, shaking our heads. That's no good. That's no good.
Arms crossed.
Until finally they come out with something fabulous. Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And then we can get
Walk
our
down
hair
the street. Blinking arms down the street there. And Phandelver.
Loris comes out with just one of those Borat G-string kind of onesie thingies.
And everyone's doing like the thumbs down, and I'm just doing 2 thumbs up. Yeah.
It's called the mankini.
The mankini.
You know it. You have one in your wardrobe, I'm sure.
Only for
Just a
special
question.
occasions. Gil, was there anything that you were going to purchase while you were here? Nope. The Baron?
No, I'm very happy with this magic book I got and the glass stuff. That's what I was hoping to have checked out overnight a little bit, but just let me know once I've had enough time. Any free time, I'll just be looking at those things.
Okay, cool. American.
And I'd just like to buy a scimitar so that I can have 2.
Oh, okay, yeah, great.
I've been enjoying my scimitar.
So I believe a scimitar is 25 gold pieces.
I've got a spare one. I'll give you mine, American.
Oh, there we go.
That is even better. Never mind.
Okay.
Sweet.
Loris, how about yourself?
Nothing in this shop interests me.
Wow, okay. So, all right. So we've purchased one thing. That's awesome.
Maybe
good
I feel
thing,
a
though.
little bit sorry for her. Maybe we could just buy something just to make her feel useful.
She says
A mercy purchase.
she tells you guys that there's anytime you need anything from her store, to make sure you come back.
I kind of like beckon my head at Gil, like give her a tip. Just give her that earring or something.
I mean, they're a set, so
Give her something.
I'm not sure you understand how retail works.
Yeah, Linine just sort of waves it off. She isn't. She basically states that you guys have done enough already for the town, that she doesn't need anything more from you guys.
well, Lenine, I can tell you what, you no longer have to hide your wares behind these curtains. You can make an honest trade now.
Well, you know what? I have some cheese. Here you go. Have some cheese. And I just hand her a piece of camembert.
And she just takes the camembert and just puts it on all of the other provisions that she sells here. She's
I
like,
just nod and smile knowingly,
Okay.
like, I've done good.
okay, good. Or is there anything else you guys wanted to do in Phandelver?
I'm happy to boost to the old Owl Well if you guys are.
Yes,
Yeah.
me too.
I think so.
There's so many things I want to do, but I feel like the most important thing is probably the well.
Okay.
Like, I'd love to know what the hell Carp is up to. Like, that little scamp.
Oh, so cute.
What was he breathing under his breath? Do you breathe under your breath?
Do you
What was
breathe?
he saying under his breath?
Damn it! What are you breathing?
Breathe at me.
Nah, I don't
I
think
did it
I
start
would.
with an A.
Gil just wants to chase a tiny child, but we have more important things.
Yeah, I
to
think
do.
Loris would go crazy if you do any more talking to people in this village.
Yeah, okay, let's
Isn't that obvious?
let's wind it up.
Okay, so we'll move you guys onto the map. What we might do is we might take our 5-minute break a little earlier, since it's a sort of a good time to do so. I'll keep the map up because it's going to be a bit of a trek.
It is quite a few miles away.
It is. It's I believe Daran said it was going to be about a 2-day trek towards the old Owl Well. So what we'll do is we'll take a quick 5 minutes. So if you need to grab a drink, definitely go and grab one. I just put you guys on the map, but now I'm going to put you on the landing page. So ha ha ha. Cool. I'm surprised you guys didn't. I thought you guys were just going to go on like a shopping spree of sorts.
We're back with an ice cream.
There was any benefit. Like Loris would normally I personally would normally spend up everything I had to buy shit, but there was nothing there that was better than my axe.
But that's fair. That's totally fair.
And armor wise, it's like, well, I've got chainmail. I think that's the best I can wear without sort of getting too, without distracting without not being a barbarian, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I mean,
totally.
Technically speaking, a barbarian rocking around in chainmail is a bit girly, but
Girly.
Chainmail.
just technically.
Sigway's
That's like
chainmail.
Chainmail from AliExpress or whatever it was.
yeah.
the chainmail bra.
Yeah, exactly.
I tried to buy a thing, but then just gave it to me for free. So I mean,
That's true. I'm just going to bring up Chainmail AliExpress.
I feel I should just buy that chainmail one and just wear it just for one night.
The
But,
bra.
yeah,
But
just,
there it
That's
is.
Do it.
It's hilarious.
If you, I'm sure. So I've just brought it up. I've put it up on the stream now. How much do we need to get from viewers to have that being worn on stream by you, Dave?
Hold on, how much are we're not that far away from the money you need for your thing, eh?
That's correct. Yeah.
Oh dear. Well, how much is it?
What's that? It's,
How much is it?
It's 40 US
$40 US.
plus
We'd
shipping.
we'd need at least the cost to buy it and ship it. Bare minimum before I'd even consider it. And then maybe I'd wear it. I might if you bought it and paid for the shipping, I'd wear it for a session.
there looks to be like a you'd wear it for a session. There's also like a chainmail
skirt,
chainmail top and skirt. I mean,
Yeah.
should we need to go for the whole set, right?
There was some pretty interesting chainmail shit on AliExpress. It was really quite disturbing. It was like I crawled into this rabbit hole and I was like, oh god, I have no idea where I'm getting myself.
Yeah. And forever will show up on your, like, whenever you go to AliExpress and go, hey, it looks like you're interested in me.
Yeah. The suggestions for me to buy shit is just like, oh, go away, I don't want this. Yeah, I'm just going to put my shopping away. I'll be back in a moment.
Shopping away. Okay, well,
On the Costa.
yeah. So yeah, let's have a look and see what's been happening in the chat. 'Cause I haven't had too much of a chance. We've had a few extra people popping in and saying hi and following us as well. We had a raid at one point of 6 people, which is very cool. So Monty Cab gave us a raid with a party of 6, and I believe Monty Cab's even stuck around watching us for a wee bit, and then I believe followed us as well. So that's awesome. Thanks for enjoying what you've been seeing, Monty Cab. Calzone got very excited about the montage. Understandably.
Oh, why can't we have that?
Yeah.
Animated.
Vader Van Oden has said a few things. He wanted you to use the actually like comb your hair with the comb the moment she handed it to you. And he also he also wants you to find and keep this spell book that she was mentioning.
I just can't believe how many things are going on in this town, and it's just like everyone's got their own little club, and I'm just like, oh my god, chill out.
Well, you guys are doing the typical video game thing where you talk to everyone and ask them their problems.
Oh,
so I mean,
no, shouldn't have done that.
They've got problems to be heard.
She was eating the salad in the bar. Looked bad. Good, it was a good idea asking, and then
yeah, it's like, oh, this will lead to something like that backs up what we've already done. Nope, new quest. Okay.
Well, if we
I'm all about them side quests.
What was that, Shannon?
Yeah, sorry. It does sound like it's near the same place, though. So at least if we do go near there, something is another lead. If there's some freaky ghost person.
I do want to see a ghost. I think that would be pretty sweet.
I mean, that sounds like something the Baron would be keen on.
Yeah, I think I'd be missing something if I didn't pick up on a spell book and a dead ghost woman.
Yeah.
It was hot.
It was hot.
Back in the days.
I'd say probably still is for Baron.
Yeah, exactly. There's a backstory there.
Like, Gil's the one looking for a bride, but Baron's the one who's found one.
That's right. We'll put a ring on it.
You got a nice cheese ring to put on it.
Cheese ring on it, yeah. Put a cheese on it.
You got one earring.
That's
yeah,
true.
there you go.
I do have a signet ring in my starting equipment. So
Nice.
something.
We had Embrace 2001 give us a follow as well. And Carlzone says you got to complete all the low-level quests before we move to the next level. I mean, that's fair, right? That's fair.
Yeah.
Carp wants help playing with his dolly.
What was Carp up to? What was Carp doing?
Oh, I don't know, but I want to see him again.
We should just adopt him.
Bring him along as a vanity pet.
Yeah, you can make it feel good by yelling "Adventurers!"
Yeah.
Say it for Laura.
Adventurers.
He can play backup. He can play backup for Gil. He can be like his mini little bard accompaniment.
Yes.
Give him a tambourine. It'd be super cute.
He can have a triangle.
Oh yeah.
Do I even have? I don't even know if I've got him available to use anymore.
Where
is it?
Why does that have to be there when I
The Adventurers.
We just all have to keep in mind that Loris gets extremely triggered when talking to any NPC, so that's our motivation to keep things moving.
It's definitely something to keep in mind.
It's just Dilda, the child, and fuck, it's everyone.
Oh, that was
Aaron, the fat guy, the people that run the shop.
Political people with
Basic-
motivations. Basically everyone.
It's everyone.
Basically, if we're not in combat, he's not
yeah,
happy.
pretty much. Shannon, can I just get you to turn your levels down a little bit? You're peaking a little bit, I think.
Sorry.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, just tell me if it gets too loud. Is
okay.
it okay now? Or?
Yeah, that sounds better.
I was just gonna quickly say, you can't really see that. Hold on.
No.
Oh, there
These are all my text. Oh,
That-
these are all my texts from my. You can't see it.
No.
From my.
If you put it right in front of
Anyway,
you,
there's. No, that's
cover the
not-
whole screen.
they're
with it.
basically like a whole more than one screen's worth of you've met your data cap, you've met your data cap, you've met your data cap, you've met your data cap.
Oh, no.
So, but I'm now on the hotel internet. It seems to be holding out better than my 4G was.
It might not for long, though.
Well, I think it was the time of day because it was like basically the end of work kind of period when we started.
Yeah. Fair. Well, here's hoping. Here's hoping.
And it sounds way better now.
Okay,
So-
cool. You'll like this, Joe. Let's have a look. I think, yeah, Jackalope said. Where is it? Anyone else hearing Dilda periodically?
Yeah, I should explain that.
He's a meme.
Sometimes we call him Dilda.
Yeah. She said, I hear Sildar maybe 3 out of 5 times. Every time she hears it, she needs to say it as well.
It's just our party being passive aggressive, really.
Poor Sildar, man. He's been such a nice guy. Oh,
I'm nice to him sometimes.
There's nice, and then there's borderline insane.
I'm on Team DM though. Like I think all my NPCs are great.
Amazing.
I must admit, your NPCs are great, but they have this insane ability to drive me. Just every time they speak, I want to rip their heads off.
What about the sister Gariel? How was she?
She was okay, but when she started talking about God this, I just like, oh God, not another political faction. I was like, oh jeez.
She is a spiritual. She is a very religious person. She, she's going to be talking about God
with political motivations. Just like, oh God, not another one.
The torment that poor girl must be going through, though, to be religious and being against magic and wanting to and being told she has to go and get information about a spell book. Ooh,
sorry,
3D character right there.
Yeah, Loris did buy into her. There was no pity party from Loris. He's like, you had a quest, you have one job.
You weak old woman, how come you got beat up? Loser.
Right. You get set a task, you do it. You don't sit in the pub eating a salad complaining about it.
What? She's having breakfast. Is she not allowed breakfast?
Oh, that poor old woman.
Not in
That's called
Loris's world.
Goliath privilege. He doesn't even know. He's just like, why does she not simply cleave them with an axe?
That's usually the easiest way to solve someone's problem.
I would have cleft them long ago.
What I'm
Justice is best served from the edge of an axe.
What I'm going to do.
So Loris has completely changed, right? Because he didn't used to like be so violence oriented.
That is so true.
I think Loris has found his groove again. Like he's suddenly started like
Found
over
his
the last
groove.
couple of battles, he's got back into the groove. He's been wandering for a while, and it just he's found his groove. You guys have brought passion to cleave.
His violent groove.
Oh
He
yeah,
finally stopped lying to himself about being a gentle giant.
it's been a long journey, American.
I respect that.
Of
I
denial.
respect
It's been a long journey of denial.
Live your truth.
Sock said he found his oust.
That's perfect.
Yes, that is it. That is it.
I just want to say that everyone has their inner oust. You just need to own it.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Dave definitely does.
Oh hell yeah! That is for sure. That is for sure.
All right. I think I'm almost ready to bring you guys back. I've just been sort of setting something up here.
Baron's still out, so
Oh, right. Okay. Well, I can wait a little bit longer then, I guess. Makes it a bit easier. But
Oh man,
guys.
I have had the toughest time trying to decide which spells to prepare for my long rest now that I have 1100 to choose from.
1100
And I'm
spells.
like, oh, I don't want to just choose the same ones every time.
Mm.
Ugh,
Pick a path and stick with it.
never.
Maybe assign them a random number and roll dice for it.
Oh
Yeah,
that-
I was thinking of doing that. I think I'm going to just keep picking random ones and that they stay on the list until I use them effectively. So
Just
if I
make sure you keep
failing at a
entangle at all
spell-
times.
I don't have
Yeah.
entangle. I didn't prepare entangle. I was like, you know what? No entangle today. I'm not feeling entangle.
All right, we're all dead.
yeah.
Very handy.
Perhaps.
Reese,
Yeah,
you've got
Greece.
someone very excited about you being in armor right now. Yeah, show him your hammer. Well, show them your hammer, I should say. Yeah, that's insane. It's such a cool hammer. I'm just trying to say anything while I prepare some stuff. What I will say then, since we're getting close to coming back, what we will say is, if you like what you've been watching, give us a follow. A couple of people already have, and they're better off because of it. Why aren't you doing it? If you want to come and chat to us throughout the week about D&D, or just anything really, we've got a Discord channel linked below as well. If you want to sort of see what we've been up to, there's a YouTube channel. You can check all of our previous sessions. And if you just want to listen to us during your workday or on the bus, it's also, we've been releasing them in podcast form. I believe episode 4 is releasing in about 3 hours. So that'll be ready for anyone. And that's Reese's shield there. It's Sig's shield. It's amazing. Show him the carving of the shield on the front of the hammer as well. It's got its own emblem on the hammer. It's so good.
It's like they match.
It is. Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
That is so sweet.
Yeah. It's so good. But yeah, so your support's awesome. We didn't manage to, our shirts still haven't shown up. So it turns out like Streamlabs, like getting a shirt through them takes a while, which kind of is annoying. But we should have them by, well, I think mine and Americans or Joe's should be here by next session where we'll be able to go, cool, look at the cool shirt. And I'll put them back up on sale as well, I think, if people like what they see.
I was thinking of updating it to have the proper hammer because we've got a sword on that original illustration, but the sword
That's
is no
true.
more. It's hammer time, you know.
It's hammer time.
It's hammer time.
You just coined that new phrase.
The never before heard phrase, it's hammer time.
I feel like there's a song in that.
Okay, well, everyone's back. Ice creams have been had, and I believe everyone that needed a drink has probably had a drink. What we'll do is we'll bring the players back onto the Sword Coast map. We don't have a little token, but what we'll say is it's going to take a good... By the time sort of... How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this, guys? I already know something's going to happen on your way out. So what sort of distance are we? 10 miles. It's like it's
I don't feel we get a say in this, to be fair.
35 miles. Yeah, that's a lot of travel. All right, so you leave Phandelver around sort of midday, around the 12 o'clock mark. By about 4 o'clock, you're sort of just following down a path. And I'm going to take you to this path.
So kind.
John, this might take a while, maybe. I don't know. It depends how good your internet connection is.
I hear sound.
Yeah, this is...
Oh my god, look at that. That is so sick.
Okay. All right, yeah. So you've managed...
Oh, man.
You're walking down a nice little sort of clearing. And as you make your... What sort of formation are you guys going to... have you guys been sort of taking your journey? I'll let you guys move yourselves into the formation you'd be in.
Sig, you and I up front. Gil can bring up the rear if he wants. And the two...
I'll hide in this bush.
The one who falls out. The one who falls out.
I'll just be in the middle.
Yeah, American, you might want to be in the middle as well, maybe.
I shall. I'm enjoying this
Oh.
beautiful scenery. Ah,
I know the birds are singing. The sun.
after that beautiful long rest and seeing all this beautiful nature around us, I just feel so serene, so calm. And you see her hair change as she relaxes and turns into the autumn season.
Oh, fantastic! So
So serene.
you can hear the birds singing. The sun is starting to get a little low in the sky, casting these long shadows across the ground. There's a little gentle breeze blowing, and yeah, you're singing. You're feeling pretty good. So is that the order that you guys are in? You've got Sig and Loris up front. We've got American and the Baron in the middle, and Gil taking up behind. Now, Gil, are you sorry, not taking it up the behind, Baron? Come on!
I didn't say nothing.
Oh, Gil's gone. It was too much for his internet to handle.
Oh, he
Yeah.
left the chat. He couldn't
He
even.
had to stay there.
Yeah.
and he
Okay. So what we'll say is, you guys make your way further and further up this path. Can I get who? Let's have a quick look here. I'm just going to have a roll of a dice. Can I get a perception check from everybody?
How do you do that?
How do you do that, indeed?
Come on now.
We've only played for a good 30 hours.
Many years.
Perception. Where are you?
Rusty, we haven't rolled anything for about an hour.
Yeah.
And
No.
Your
And it
guys,
Ooh.
your guys' rolls are terrible. So we've got a 10, a 6, an 8, a 12, and a 2. Baron, I think, is
Yeah,
just...
roll well.
I think the Baron is just kind of like looking at what Loris is wearing. He's just kind of like...
I'm reading the book.
Oh, okay, that makes a little more
It's
sense.
got to stuck in the book, like your typical kid that's reading on a journey, not
Yeah.
paying any attention to the beauty around them.
Yeah, I've got my Game Boy in the back seat.
I'm just too relaxed.
Yeah.
Well, it's such a relaxing
Birds in the
place.
trees.
Nature.
1 second. I'm just going to get...
Nature is beautiful.
Cool. So as you guys are walking down as a group, the one thing you've sort of all just taking it and you're all talking amongst yourselves. Loris is sort of telling you a story of one of his kills from his childhood that he's especially proud of. And
There was one really, really good one, but yeah.
as you guys sort of near this kind of part of the track, these disgusting kind of winged rats with like arms and little grabby arms, they all just kind of start just flying down towards you out of the trees.
One queer. I don't know. There's some reason. Hold on.
Oh, it's
Hold
coming towards me, but I don't spot it, or I'm reading my book.
You're
Carry on.
You're all reading, and you're reading the book. Everyone's sort of like listening to Loris talk, and these birds, or these creatures, these winged, disgusting, beaked. They've kind of got like rat hair on them, and they've got these little grabby hands, and they come flying down. And
Big grabby hands.
they've got little grabby
Big
hands.
grabby hands, little rat.
Yeah.
Fucking
And I'll get everybody to roll initiative.
Well, I shan't forget to click my token though.
Oh yeah. Gotta do that. Gotta do that. Where am I? There.
I rolled D10.
And I roll. Oh no, Reese next. Oh, you're muted. And I rolled a 16.
I rolled a 3.
I rolled an 18.
Okay. Now, due to the fact that you guys all rolled terribly with your perception, these little winged, I'm going to call them little winged bastards, just kind of flock down over the tops of you. So we're just going to, they're kind of just like circling and sort of dive bombing down around you. And they're all just going to take random sort of shots at each of you. So let's have a quick here. Okay, so the first one, this is the one that sort of like swoops down first up against Loris at the front. Let's see what he rolls. He just rolled a. Oh, it is a surprise attack. So this is going to be with advantage for each of these little bastards. These little hairy, flying, grabby hand, rat-haired bastards. So this one of these things. It's called a sturge. It flies down and it attaches itself to Loris's neck with its little mouth, and it just starts kind of like biting. And draining and sort of drinking your blood, and it does 4 damage on you, Loris.
Whoa!
The other one sort of flies in close to Sig, and he's too well armored. He can't bite into you. He's kind of just flying around, kind of like around your face, and you're sort of swatting him away, and he can't sort of grab a hold. There's 2 at the back that sort of try to latch onto Gil. Let's see what they do. One of them attaches and manages to pierce into Gil's sort of shoulder area, bringing in 6 piercing damage as it starts drinking from Gil's shoulder. The other one is just kind of, as the first one attaches, Gil is kind of swinging around and knocks the other one sort of away before it can latch on. We've still got 4 more that are attacking. We've got one next to American, who... What's your AC, American?
14.
Okay, this one misses as well. You just sort of... You maybe see this coming at the last moment, and you kind of just sort of duck out of the way as it flies towards to latch on.
Get out of here!
Get out of here. You...
Disgusting.
There is a 2 that sort of start flying towards the Baron, who is the least prepared of them all. What's your AC, Baron?
It is 12.
Okay, this isn't good at all. You're sitting there just reading your book, and these 2 sturges just go thunk, and kind of just like attach to each side of your neck, and they just bite on, and they together have done 11 damage.
No.
Do they even know how much hit points I've got?
They have no idea. They don't care. And then the last one comes into Sig's side while he was sort of swatting at the other one. The other one's buzzing around. And this one hits perfectly into the face of Sig.
Oh no, Sig's beautiful face.
With a crit.
Oh.
This thing is latched on, and this thing has done 8 damage to Sig.
But Sig kicks in his parry ability at the last moment to swat away his thing.
Okay.
Which wins a creature damages me with a melee attack. I can use my reaction to expend a superiority die and reduce the damage done to you by my roll plus my dexterity.
Okay, roll away. Okay, just so you guys are aware, American, you've got an inspiration point that you haven't used. Shannon, Baron, you haven't used one as well. So I believe...
Yes, I've got one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can't use it for defense or anything.
No, not for defense.
Can I? Right.
So Sig has rolled a 4, and if I add 2 to that, it becomes a 6, which I mitigate the incoming damage by.
All right, so you've taken 2 damage from the one that's latched onto your face.
Indeed.
Okay, cool. We're going to move through back to the top of the order since that was you've all been surprised. American, it's back to you.
Typical disgusting creatures ruining a beautiful day. I'd like to use my bonus action to use my double weapon training and grab out my beautiful new scimitar and have one in each hand. And I shall try to attack 2 different ones since there are 2 close to me. I'm hoping I'm going to use my inspiration point to try and get the upper hand on them.
Okay.
So does that mean I roll with advantage?
Yeah. If you want to use your inspiration, you can use it on one of your attacks.
Oh, only one. Okay, yep. I'm just going to do it. I have rolled once. Ooh, so I got a 15 for the first one because of the advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I rolled with advantage twice, but the second one's not with advantage.
All right. So that
So I got an 8.
so that first one hits. Which one were you aiming for first of all? The one closest to you?
I'll see if I can swipe the thing off poor Sig's face with my first one.
Okay, yeah, cool. You might have to move a little closer since Sig is away from you, so you might have to use a little bit of movement to get up close.
Okay.
But you're not going to use an attack of opportunity for the other Sturge, so that's fine. So you swipe out at that first one, and it's a hit. With 4 slashing damage, that Sturge just gets sliced neatly in half. It just and falls to the ground. That was a lucky shot considering it was attached basically to Sig's face. But that one is dead.
And the second with an 8 surely will not.
Yeah, unfortunately, that one just sort of swings and it sort of like it sort of goes and sort of like flies up out of the way at the last moment. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
That is it.
Okay, Baron, you've got like one thing, Sturge, like attached to your neck right now. Oh wait, was it both? You have both of them attached to you.
Two.
Yeah.
Like bolts in my neck like Frankenstein.
Yeah, let's move.
Well,
I'm going to move that one closer just so it looks like they're really on you here.
You're like Minox. Okay, well, I'm just going to freak out, shake, and then cast Chill Touch. I got a 14. I want to try and grab the one that on the right side of my neck.
Chill Touch, and it's a roll of a 14. That is enough.
Ooh.
So that's just for the one on the right side of your neck, is that right?
Yeah, to my right. So I guess it's this one, this little guy.
Yeah, cool. And that sort of just like that necrotic damage just eats away from its core outwards, and its wings kind of droop, and it just sort of flops down off your shoulder and lies dead on the ground.
Ooh, okay. That's good.
Yeah. Anything else?
Nope. Well, I would run for a bush, but I'm being bitten, so I'm just gonna like flail around.
It's the Sturge's turn again. Now these things, who are they attached to? They're attached to. You got one attached to Loris. You got one flying in front of Sig. You've got one flying next to Mirakin. You've got one attached to the Baron, and you've got one attached to Gil. So we'll roll for the ones that are attached first. So they don't really attack. They just keep drinking. So I just get to roll a dice.
A die.
I get to roll.
One
one of my mini dice.
Thank you.
Thank you. And so we're going to start with Loris. The one that's attached to you just continues drinking from you, and it takes 5 HP from you.
Oh, what a fucker! Whoa. Jesus.
Let's go back to Phandelver.
Yeah, that sucks.
This is not fun.
Sucked off in the forest.
Oh dear, let's go to a well. They said it would be fun. They said.
Should have some of that deet.
So the one that's attached to Baron's left side of the neck. Oh, jeez!
Don't roll.
That takes 7 HP off you.
Oh, really? Because that means that I've died.
Well, that's you're in a dying state then.
That's me. I'm dead.
Okay.
What? How do you die so quickly?
Gil, the one that's attached to you, does 4 HP of damage. The other, so there's another one next to Gil. Gil, it actually just sees Mirakin taking out one of its kind and flies in to attack. And rolls a 16, doing 6 HP of damage.
Ouch.
So this
I hate that.
This one is now attached. The other one that was close by, that one wasn't attached to you, was it? But it's going to take a shot at you as well. This one manages to miss. Unfortunate for it. And the one floating in front of Sig misses as well. Just misses. Oh, you got your hand up?
Sig plans to use his reaction, or do I have to have my turn before I get my new reaction?
But this one didn't damage you. This one...
It's one
Exactly.
reaction per turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
But
he
this,
contemplates his luck.
I mean, it's not per, it's per round, right? It's per, so this would be, you've had a turn since your last reaction. So you can use if it's per turn, then you should be able to have your reaction now if you like.
All right.
So
At the last moment, Sig slams out with his hammer at the missed attack from the Sturge using his riposte ability. When a creature misses you in melee, I get to attack him pretty much.
okay, cool. Roll to hit.
And if I hit, I can roll my damage. So I will roll with my warhammer. Sig rolls a 15.
And a 15 is enough. It kind of connects with your hammer, and you just slam it straight down into the ground and just crushing it, and its insides everywhere. That nice clean hammer that you just tidied up is no longer clean. And the Sturge floating in front of you is
Just
now...
before he does, Sig would also like to roll his d8 damage just because I can.
Okay.
For 18 damage.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
That's awesome. Okay, cool. It's well and truly dead. Gil, your turn.
With one of these creatures on my neck, I'd like to pull my dagger from my waist and just try to stick it up into it and pry this thing off.
Okay, I will get you to roll to hit.
I rolled a 9.
Unfortunately, that is a miss. You kind of, you sort of get it under where you think its mouth is, and you try to pop it off, but you just find that you've just sort of loosened its grip on you instead. Like it's just one of its little grabby hands that you've managed to remove. Anything else?
I think I'm too distracted to do anything else at the moment.
Okay. Back to you, Sig.
So Sig moves towards American just a little bit to get in range of the Sturge and holds his shield up and punches his hammer into the Sturge closest to her.
Okay, cool. Roll to hit.
Sig rolls a mere 7.
Because of its sort of closeness to American, you're doing a little too preciously, and you miss just to the side of this thing. It kind of clips its wing and doesn't do any damage, and it kind of turns its focus towards you. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Sig would just like to yell, "Little bastards!"
Loris, up to you.
All right.
You've got this thing that's still attached to you, just slowly draining your blood.
Yeah, so having a thing draining my blood really isn't something that Loris is terribly happy about. So I hate to disturb the peace, but it's going to happen eventually. Play, you fucker. Damn it, it won't play. Hold on, I have a sound to play. Here it is. No, it's not to play. The sound was awesome. It terrified Amber last night. Fuck it, it's not playing.
Just make the sound yourself.
No, I'm not going to do it myself.
Just make the sound. Do it.
No.
Okay.
Woo!
I want this to play. I want this to play.
Always test these things, man.
It was working this afternoon.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
All right.
Anyway, you all know what happens.
A wolf howls.
A wolf howls in the... Do you know what happens? I had a perfect werewolf sound. It was fucking horrific. So, in amongst my rage, I'm literally going to do an Ozzy Osbourne kind of move to this bat-like creature on my throat. I'm just going to rip it off, and I'm going to bite its head off.
Give me an unarmed attack roll, I guess.
Yeah. I guess I'm just trying to think. Technically, I always get confused with my rage. What happens in this? Hang on a second. Let me find it. Friends with advantage.
My rage.
Yeah. Using strength. So that's all good. You guys get lovely advantage with anything that's dangerous. So enjoy that. Unarmed attack.
right.
Here we go. Rolling. I
Ooh.
rolled a 7. Fuck.
You grab onto it and you're pulling, but it just is not sort of like not loosening its grip on you.
That's annoying.
So your rage, what does your rage do?
Basically, my rage gives anything that's any enemy that is within 5 feet of me. My compatriots get advantage on when they attack.
Okay. All right, cool.
That's pretty good.
American, back to you.
I'm just gonna do it again. I've got my brand new scimitar. Why not?
Okay.
Why not play with them again? Okay, this time though. Wait, am I close enough to Loros?
You are. You're within 5 foot of Loris.
Nice. Okay, double it.
Do it with advantage.
All right, please. All right, I'm using the bonus action to use both scimitars, one on each hand. And I rolled. Oh, nice. Thanks, Dolores. So I rolled a 5 and a 9.
Now it works. There you go. Now it fucking works.
My ears.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Was there like a fire siren?
yeah.
Told you it's brilliant.
Dolores just starts making high-pitched squeals.
Yeah, okay, Loris. Jesus, calm down. All right, so with you've got like a nat 20 there. You absolutely punish the one flying next to you, and then bring the other scimitar into the one next to it, and both of them you just like with one sweet move, you just kind of slice 2 of them in half in sync with each other, and 4 halves of these sturges just kind of like flop down onto the ground dead.
Excellent.
All right, so we'll just mark them as dead. Anything else, American?
Nope. Just looking fired up and proud.
Okay, Baron, back to you.
I'm dead.
Baron's doing
Oh
death
right,
rolls.
well you give us your first dying state roll, your death save.
So what does that entail? What do I roll? A
Um,
D20 plus con or something? Or?
In
In D20, I roll 20. If you click on the death save, it will roll for you.
Oh, there's a. Oh, okay. There's a death save.
It's underneath your hit points.
Yeah.
It's just a naked D20.
Something I know a lot about. So
Yeah.
Ah, death save. Oh, thank you. Here it is. A 5.
Oh dear,
Oh,
that is your first fail.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's the Sturge's turn again. How far can these guys move? They can't move that far, to be honest. Well, we're going to start with the one that's attached to Loris. He
gonna bite it off.
he rolls pretty damn well again, draining more blood from your body, doing 4 damage to you. How's Loris looking?
Loris is still healthy.
Healthy. Okay, good. Okay.
Angrier. Just getting angry.
Blood donor.
The one that's attached, the one that's attached to Gil, bites down again with a roll of 17.
That is enough.
Yeah, draining Gil of 5 points of HP. The one that was attached to the Baron is kind of detaches and flies up into the air.
I thought you were going to say it's still going for it.
No, and notices the closest one to him is Loris, and flies in to attach to Loris. Failing this time. Loris sees this one coming and kind of backhands it. Yes, John?
I was just going to say before I've got reactions for
Oh, right, yeah.
before you tell us whether or not it's a failure.
Oh,
So
right, sorry.
So if you tell us the number, I have a thing.
For which move? What are we talking here?
So attack rolls, ability checks, or damage that they do.
So
Basically everything.
So you don't want me to tell you whether it's a success or fail? Every single roll?
So I'll post it in the chat. So
Yeah.
maybe if I just notify you before rolls or something, then I might do it.
Yeah.
Might be the easiest way rather than just having it happen every time.
Okay. Okay.
But I'll post cutting words in there.
Okay, so what I'll do, we'll rewind a little bit. This thing detaches from the Baron and attacks Loris. So, do I roll it? Sorry. As a reaction, when a creature you can see makes an attack roll, roll the die and subtract the number from the creature's roll. Oh, okay, right.
So it's the same as like the whole it's the opposite of bardic inspiration.
Yeah, I gotcha. So do I need to do you choose once you know what the roll is, or do you just?
So it says you can do so after the roll, but before knowing the result.
Okay.
So I guess you don't tell me what the roll is.
Yeah, right.
But you just say they rolled a thing, or I just say before the roll anyway, because it doesn't really matter. Like I shouldn't know the number.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, well, in this instance, it was a miss anyway, right? So I'm just going to save you from doing it, but it's good to know for the next time for sure. Okay, but it misses Loris anyway, and that is the Sturge's turnover. We're back to Gil, who still has this thing attached to his shoulder, draining blood from it.
I saw the Baron fall, though, right?
Yes, you did see the Baron fall.
I think seeing the Baron fall, that's the more pressing thing. Even though I've got this fucking slowly expanding mosquito getting like more and more blood out of me. I'm just going to run over to the Baron and just lay my hands upon him and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay, nice.
And it's a normal casting. And he is healed for 7.
Ooh. Okay, cool. So Baron, so you feel like a bolt of life back into you, and you renew yourself 7 hit points of health.
Just take a big, deep breath. Oh, but I feel very calm. I think, yeah. And I see Gil. Thank you, Gil. But I am.
You'll not need to join the forces of the undead today, my friend.
It's so peaceful.
Well, it's not peaceful for long. It is Sig's turn with these. He's kind of face to face with American as American slices these things out of the sky, and he's just kind of looking around and seeing 4 dead Sturges lying around him, and behind him he sees Loris with one still attached to him and one flying near him, and Gil with one attached squarely to his right shoulder.
Fine attacks, American. Good job. And then Sig will turn around and he's going to stride towards the one nearest Loris and take a swing with his hammer and try and bat it out of the air.
This is the one that's attached? Yeah, with advantage.
They're both attached to...
One is attached, the other is flying near his face.
Okay, near the face one.
Okay, so you might have to move around to the other side of him to get that.
In that case, the one on his face.
Okay. So this is this is a roll with advantage, so crit fail would be quite
17.
unlikely. Cool, that is a hit. You knock this thing off Loris and crush it down into the ground, killing it outright. Cool. Anything else, Sig?
There you go, Mr. Loris.
Cool. And it becomes Loris' turn.
All right, so the one on my face,
it's flying near you. It tried to attack you last time. You managed to kind of just push it away while dealing with this one that was attached to you.
Cool. So the one that's flying near me, I'm still pretty keen to bite something's head off because it's just the way I'm feeling right now. So I'm just going to reach out and try and grab this thing, and once I've grabbed it, I'm not going to bite its head off, but I'm literally just going to pull it apart. I'm going to rip its head off.
Okay, we'll do another
fit of rage.
Yeah, we'll do another unarmed attack then.
Sure.
Oh, nice. That is
17.
a great shot. You grab this thing. So do you want to describe, because it kills it, do you want to describe exactly what it is that's happening to the Sturge?
So basically, I'm just gonna, with my left hand, reach out and just grab this thing in a kind of a surprise thing, and then slowly bring it forward to me, and I'm gonna look at it dead in the eyes, and say, "Suck my blood, will you?" And then just pull it.
Yeah, beautiful. That's
And
successfully
then
killed this thing.
drink the rest of its blood from its throat.
Grim.
Blood, face, everything,
Yeah.
amongst all of the goo. So I've just added to my layer of victory.
Yeah, perfect. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Oh, I'm good. I think that's appropriate.
Okay. Okay. I guess it's appropriate. American, we're back with you. What I will say before you jump in. Oh no, actually, I'll let you have you go. Sorry.
What was he gonna say though?
Intriguing.
So there's one left, and it's attacking Gil. Yes?
Yeah, it's attached to Gil's sort of shoulder, just drinking away.
Well, I suppose I'll have to try and take care of that with my scimitars as well. They seem to be doing pretty well. I'll just run over there and just get off him. He's ruining a good time. We shouldn't have left Phandelver. This is really bumming me out. All right.
Roll no advantage though.
But I'm rolling for both scimitars again.
Okay. Oh yeah, that first one is enough. So that kind of like it slices through the Sturge, almost like neatly down it like vertically, and so like the back half of it just kind of like slides off with your scimitar, and the front half is still kind of stuck on Gil's shoulder, but kind of just loosens its bite on the shoulder. So this thing drops away, dead, and that is, I believe that's all the Sturges. All the Sturges are dead, which is great. Well done, guys. And
Sturges.
Yeah, Sig, what you notice just as this kind of like rounds out is you just hear some footsteps coming from behind you, and you turn around to see a familiar face staring at you. He's not running at you this time. He's just kind of like standing there looking rather bedraggled and injured and sort of barely sort of conscious. And he looks at you and says, "You guys look a little softened up for me this time, don't you?" And Billy Goblin has joined the party. He's here. He's not attacking. He's just standing there. Sig
would like to shout out in reply, "The only thing soft will be your skull."
And you can feel the three fingers in your little pouch by your side, kind of almost like they're trying to grab onto you. But they don't seem to be succeeding. They're just kind of like wiggling, and you can feel a bit of tension in that little pouch.
They're not fingering his pouch like last time then.
They're just wiggling around in his pouch. No fingering this time. So we're gonna skip through to Sig's turn since he's the one that sees. Sig, what are you gonna do with Billy Goblin standing in front of you?
So Sig takes his shield from his protection position and slings it onto his back. Takes his warhammer in two hands and strides towards Billy Goblin in haste, wondering if the map scale is accurate.
The map scale is indeed accurate.
So Sig charges towards Billy Goblin at his combat pace and swings his hammer down upon his filthy head.
Okay, give me a roll.
A 25 crit.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Wow. I don't like goblins.
Wow. I mean, shit. Do you want to describe what you do to Billy Goblin? Because that's 18 points of damage. Yeah, I mean, he's dead. Do you want to describe what happens to him?
I do.
Okay, well, great.
What's beautiful is Maxine tried to give Billy Goblin inspiration.
She did
just before he
indeed.
got smacked.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Am I back? Can you see?
Yeah,
me?
we can see you. You're
Yeah, you're good.
you're
I can't see
frozen, but
myself.
you're frozen, but that's okay. We can
Okay.
still hear you.
So Sig runs at Billy Goblin with a sprinting speed as he gets closer, draws his hammer up, keeping the hammer head away from his hands to get maximum velocity as he brings it down on the top of his head.
Just as it's coming down, you hear Billy just go. You hear him say, "Wait! I have important news!" And you just like bring this hammer.
I just kind of feels like a Loris moment.
You bring that hammer
Or an Elf moment, to be fair.
down into Billy Goblin, and just splat him down into the ground. His head kind of compacts into his shoulders. His spine kind of compacts into a smaller package, and you just bring him down onto the ground.
Oh dear, that's beautiful.
Sig spits onto his carcass.
Okay, that's the end of the battle. You've cleared out 8 Sturges and a recurring Billy Goblin.
Wow. We managed to take down a necromancer and then almost got killed by bugs.
Yeah, what I will do though is you of course find something fancy on Billy Goblin.
And I'm just gonna. Can I just call out to Baron and I'm to say, they were something of necromancers themselves, weren't they?
Was the neck.
All right, so Sig,
And they're romancing. I think I've got a couple of hickeys.
get it? I got it. That's
Yeah.
that's actually very good.
I love how you guys are just captive to my dad jokes.
I love them. I can't wait. I wait for them every session. Sig, what you find as you're bending down and to remove Billy Goblin's 4th finger, is you do find another potion of healing sort of roll off out of one of his pockets and onto the ground. I'm trying to think. Now, someone paid for Billy Goblin to have a point of inspiration. I feel like I need to make sure that that's made a note of because I haven't used it. So I'm gonna.
He didn't get much of a chance that time.
Billy's dead. How can Billy keep his inspiration point?
What do you mean?
Unless-
Billy's not.
unless random
Billy's not
Billy
dead.
back
You
again.
know that already.
Little Billy.
All right, I've made a little note. I've made a
carry
little
over
note.
inspiration points for Billy. That seems a little.
I mean, I can give it to like the next bad guy you see if you like. I can.
We know it's going to be Billy.
So you guys just continue on the walk. So we'll move you back onto the.
Is everybody okay? I didn't expect to be so badly injured by horrible little stinging, sucking bugs. I feel like this has really, really ruined my day. Frankly, I just felt like today started so well, and now this.
All right. Well,
the
carry on, Dave.
day's ended in victory, American. Of course, it's a good day. Just wiping some blood from my neck and so, I'm good.
Is everybody all right?
I was feeling horrified when we were attacked, but for some reason now I feel very calm and at peace. A strange sensation of dying.
You were in
Perhaps
the eye
it's
of the
just
storm baron.
nature.
Sorry, there was a bit of talking over each other. What was that, Sig?
You were in the eye of the storm baron.
Cool. What we'll say is you get to you get to a point on the path that sort of splits off to the east or continues sort of off to the northeast. So you've kind of got an option here of continue on to the ruins of Coneyberry, which you know you will get to should you follow this path, or head off the path onto this kind of this small sort of lesser taken path that's kind of worn down grass towards the old Owl Well. Where would you guys like to go? Would you like to stick to the path or head towards the well?
I'm keen to go to the well. That seems the more definite tasks that we had at hand, rather than crazy old lady's book hunt.
What did you call her? Sorry.
Crazy old lady.
What was more definite about? What was more definite about Daran's request?
Oh, it was fairly clear what we needed to go and do, and saw whereas the old lady just kind of like wanted to. She was quite happy to find it herself. It was like, if you've got time, first quest first.
Well, if we do go to the well, perhaps you would like me to make some good berries just in case those undead he spoke of attack us.
Yes, because all we know of the place was that there are undead attacking people. Is that right?
Yeah, that's all that Daran has sort of mentioned to you at the moment, is that anyone who goes near the old Owl Well is attacked by the undead.
And before that, we didn't know about Coneyberry. Are they attacking people in Coneyberry or just around Old Owl Well?
All Daran has told you is that people that travel past the old Owl Well are attacked by the undead.
Is that quite a far distance away, is it?
As the crow flies, a good 15 mile.
That's pretty far for a skeleton to walk or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'm fine either way. I don't mind where we go.
I want to know if there are berries in Coneyberry, because I'm hungry. Do you reckon there are cone-shaped berries? I'm into it.
Sig proposes
Coney-shaped, at least.
Yeah, a bit cone-shaped. Coney.
Yes. A bit cone.
Sig, what was that?
Perhaps the party should vote. Thumbs up for Coneyberry. Thumbs down for Old Owl Well. Thumbs to the side for they don't care.
Thumbs up for Coneyberry.
3, 2, 1, go.
Coneyberry wins by 1 point.
Agreed.
Right.
Let us go to Coneyberry.
Does anyone want any good berries while we go to Coneyberry?
I could do with a couple of them.
All right. I'll give you 2 each.
These are delicious as last time. Thank you, American.
No worries.
Is that two per person?
Yes.
Oh, thank you very much.
You have to let me know if you eat them or not.
I'm eating them. I'm eating them right now, and they're delicious.
Forrest just eats as given, like straight down.
Okay.
Smooth berries.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you guys make it.
So, by the way, just so you know, that heals 2 HP if you eat 2.
Excellent.
And it fills you up for the day, doesn't it?
Indeed.
Yeah, you don't need to eat again. Yeah.
Excellent.
So as night approaches, you guys make it a little bit past. Sorry, Gil, what were you pointing at?
I believe Sig wanted to say something.
Right.
Sig eats 1.
I'm so glad I was interrupted. So as you guys notice the path off to your right, and you discuss where you're willing to head, but it seems that the call of Agatha has gotten the interest of more of the party members, and you head towards Coneyberry. But the night starts, the sun disappears, and the night sky fills with stars and a beautifully full moon above you. You guys are maybe 3/4 of the way to Coneyberry at the moment, and it's.
I can smell the Coneyberries already.
You guys are welcome to have a long rest through the night to get yourself ready for what awaits you, or you can just push on.
Should we set up a camp, or
you're the tactics expert? Is this area safe enough to make camp?
What'd you say? Sorry.
Sorry, you're the tactics expert, and I'm just wondering if you feel this place is safe to camp for those that need safety while camping. Me, I just lie down under the stars. I don't really care, but
Indeed. Sig uses his perception to pervade the surroundings to see if it is safe.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
And he rolls a 21.
oh,
Yeah, I mean, you look to be on what seems like a main sort of. This is the Tribor tribe. This is what you took from where'd you start? Neverwinter. Now, while you may have been attacked by goblins once, you sort of look for the telltale signs of any sort of ambush signs or paths leading off the path, any kind of signs that there could be danger. There doesn't seem to be anything. There seems to be a small clearing away from the path that looks like it could house a party wanting rest.
No flying rats.
No sturges. You can't hear any sturges. You can hear some owls. No owl bears, just owls.
oh,
Yeah.
Our well.
that's disappointing.
Yeah. But everything seems to be pretty safe from what you can see, Sig.
Indeed, this would house us for the night if we choose. I'm happy to press on, but if you guys want to rest, I'm happy with that too.
I think it would be good to sleep. But it probably doesn't look very comfortable. So
Why don't you climb up a tree?
maybe I will.
I can help you if you want. I'm not sure about your dismount though.
I have no need of a rest right now.
Okay. So what
If we are seeking a
I would-
ghost,
I would-
maybe it's better to seek her at night anyway.
I would prefer that we rest. It's been a long day, despite it being not as eventful as yesterday.
I can make it more eventful if you like. I just need to roll a dice and it can become eventful.
It's been much more eventful than most of the rest of my days. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
Should we do the thumbs up thing again?
You guys are really bad at coming to a consensus.
I mean, just like if it's late at night, why?
Why travel?
It seems like another long road, like 20 miles or more, right? So
yeah.
I'd be happy to. We don't have a horse.
Thumbs down for sleep.
And
Thumbs to the side, don't care. Thumbs up, carry on. Agreed. Let us sleep for the night.
Okay.
I like this new voting system. This is brilliant.
Yeah, it's
Sig.
pretty
Why
good.
haven't
Yeah.
you come up with that? It's
Indeed.
fantastic.
It's a Crignolian classic.
Democracy in action.
It's when we have four
Yeah.
options. That's going to be the real problem.
Two thumbs up, two thumbs down. Can do all kinds of things.
Oh
No,
man,
it's going to be like how. Oh wait, I thought I was voting for this.
yeah.
man, this is my chance to change my spells to something less. Ugh, I have too many spells.
All right. So yeah, you guys call it a night. Is someone going to be keeping an eye on the surroundings? Are you going to take turns?
Yeah, let's take turns.
Yeah.
Take shifts, right? We're in the wilderness and take a hint from Loris, whatever he reckons is the best way to do that. But
And can I study the strange cheese ring?
Yeah, by all means. You can spend some time studying that cheese ring. What?
he said
Doesn't sound
confidently.
good the way you said it. I don't know why, but it sounded off. Study this cheese ring.
Study that dirty old cheese ring. Sorry.
Study this cheese ring.
So while Baron and Gil and I assume American and Sig are resting or sleeping, I'm just going to fire up a torch and just kind of stick it in the ground somewhere so I can kind of have some light, and I'll keep watch for the first period of time.
Okay, nice. We can fast forward that 8 hours pretty easily if you guys would like. Shannon, I'll sort of give you the information about the cheese ring. Once we wrap up, I reckon.
Yeah.
Actually, all I'll say is that you noticed that the closer you got to the provisions bags, the more, as you were walking around looking at it would glow a little brighter as you went near the provisions bag.
And I do have some Stilton in my pocket.
You're right, yeah. And every time you went to put it back into your pocket, you saw it glow again. You'd pull it back out and it would go dull. And every time So you may have sort of noticed the closer it got
The
to cheese.
pattern to this. Yeah.
Yeah, but you guys,
Okay.
you guys wake up in the morning feeling nice and refreshed. Your spell slots returned. I assume you'll get another hit dice back if you've had some expended.
Hit die.
I'm with John on this one.
I believe it is only fair that you should be corrected on that every time.
People will love listening to that on the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm
I
sure
just
they
don't want
do,
to draw the ire of the DM. It's probably unwise.
Yeah, I mean,
Getting die.
yeah.
Dice is a different word, though. It's not actually, part of the word dice or die for the matter. It's a play on words. But...
Anyway.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Sorry. This is really riveting stuff for anyone who's watching or listening. So
I'm sure soccer.
you guys, are you happy just to get back on the road and continue your trek through to Coneyberry? All right,
I want to eat my my good berry, one of my good berries, please.
Okay, good. So you're full for the day. Okay, cool. You get closer and closer to Coneyberry, and as you sort of head over a small rise and down into a little valley area, you can see that the path ahead of you just sort of carries on through just a bunch of rubble, a bunch of stones have sort of laid out in patterns that resemble destroyed homes, and not very many homes by the looks of things. It looks like Coneyberry would have been a relatively small town, but there doesn't seem to be anything but rubble and a path.
Ruins.
It's just complete ruins. And
Do they look like recent ruins or ancient ruins?
No, they're not ancient. I'd say, they'd probably be like 30, 40 years old. They're ruins. They're, yeah.
Correct.
Can I get who's got the best is history intelligence, or is that something else?
I've got a good history.
Give us a history check for the team there, Baron.
Okay, well, it's a lot of weight on my shoulders there. Oh, I rolled it. Almost got a 20, but a 12.
You remember stories of hearing of some barbarians having laid ruin to a place northeast of Phandelver. You think maybe this is it? You're not too sure.
Barbarians.
Yeah.
Okay. It looked like there were barbarians here, Loris. Maybe you'd have some sort of kinship to their craft.
Highly unlikely. We're not exactly, barbarians aren't exactly the social kind.
And you can see that the path also sort of splits off to the west, and it heads into this forest that's been sort of off to the side of your entire travel up the tribal trail.
Sig is particularly interested in the ruins and sketches them in his book.
Nice.
I would like to look for some coney berries. Are there any good berries?
Give us a survival check.
Anything good to eat around here?
Roll survival.
I'm just a little bit peckish. Ooh,
You find some berries. You don't recognize these berries, but you've found some. They're kind of they're a dark red. They're relatively small, and you've kind of scooped up a few. They're not cone shaped.
Damn it.
Or cone-y.
Not even coney.
Not even cone-y.
All right. Whatever.
So what would you guys like to do while Sig is sketching up the ruins?
Hey, this is that place where the ghost lady was, right? Sorry, Gil?
Yeah, where's that
I
cone?
think she's near here, I believe, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I'll have a look at my notes.
Perhaps the
But while
dungeon
we're here,
master
we
can
may as
tell
well
us.
have a look. Go north of Coneyberry to find Agatha, I've written. Is anyone keen to go and, while we're here, have a look?
Yeah, that
That's
was the whole point of
isn't it?
going here, right?
That was the point,
I
right?
thought it was for the berries.
No, the whole point. Well,
That was
besides
just
the
a bonus.
berries, it was finding the ghost of Agatha and
Okay.
finding this book. Yeah.
Yeah. So the only sort of obvious path leading north of Coneyberry is the one that sort of curls off into the woods.
Okay.
Let's
What do you say we go
Seems
that way?
safe to me.
I'm going to take my silver comb out and ponder it as I walk.
Okay.
Everybody be on your guard.
So as you, Sig,
Wise.
are you ready to? Have you drawn up your thing? Are you ready to get going? Beautiful. Okay, cool, perfect. So as you guys enter this forest, you guys have walked for about an hour into this forest, and you notice that the forest is growing darker, sort of almost unnaturally dark, and oddly still. As the trail winds deeper into these trees, there's heavy vines and thick layers of moss draping over these branches, and the air is noticeably colder than it was back in Coneyberry. Rounding a bend in the trail... Oh, Gil?
I was just gonna suggest that the Baron pass me the comb.
I was just going
Perhaps I
to
could-
say the same thing. Yeah.
Perhaps
I'll
I
pass
can
the
lay
trade
on
to you.
the charm.
Okay, cool.
Yes, you're a ladies' man. I think if you apparently if she's prone to flattery, so say how beautiful she is my guess. Here's the comb.
And
Thank you.
it might be good to get an idea of what sort of formation you guys are taking as you move through these woods as well.
I'm in the middle.
I believe Gil should probably be taking the lead, given he has the charm.
And I can see well in the dark, so I'm happy to take the lead also.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Hey, he's got a
Oh,
comb.
nice.
I
Yeah,
walk in front with the comb outstretched as I step forward into the dark forest.
Okay, I'm just... so, Mirakin and Gil out front. We've got the Baron in the middle. And Loris and Sig, where are you guys? Start with Sig.
Sig will be at the opposite end of the party to Loris because he smells.
Okay, cool. So all right. I've kind of arranged you guys here. I think that's probably a pretty good thing. So let's move you guys into the next map here. Rounding a bend in the trail, you see a screen made from the warped branches of trees standing close together, woven in kind of a dome-like shelter in the shadows. And there's a low doorway that leads inside. So on the map here, if you can sort of see this area that I'm pinging now, this is that sort of viney dome, the sort of low doorway that leads inside.
Wow. Oh, that is cool.
I can hear like owls or something.
So you guys are off to the right there, just having turned this this corner in the woods. What would you guys like to do?
Can we see inside it?
From where you are, I mean, it's a good 50 feet away. It's just kind of dark from where you're sitting. Even with your night vision, you can't really make. It looks like it goes kind of deepish into this thing of vines.
That seems rather spooky. Are there any animals in the vicinity?
There's nothing.
This feels very unnatural. A forest without animals?
And yeah. As we're walking, can I, if we have 10 minutes, as we're slowly going, I'll cast detect magic.
Yeah, I might get. I might get
a
a stealth check from all of you to see how quietly the team can be while over that 10 minutes. I think is probably going to be the best thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Are we trying to be quiet?
I mean, you
Yes,
can. Well, it's up to you if you want to be or not. If if you feel it's safe to make noise, or by all
Well,
means.
I did say we should proceed with caution, so I'd like to think that we're at least trying a little bit.
But we are bringing an offering, aren't we? We're not. We do want to be found. Hopefully.
This forest doesn't feel right.
Okay.
All right. Baron, what have
American
you
words
got?
of
Sorry, Sid.
American's words of caution sunk deep into the hearts of Sig, and he has rolled a 22 with a critical thing for stealth. So The party forgets he's there.
I'll use Sig's roll as an indicator of how the team's gone for this one. So we'll let 10 minutes pass. Let the 10 minutes pass while Baron works on his ritual.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so what is this detect magic?
For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you, and it moves with me. So it's a 30-foot radius sphere. If you sense magic in any way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. It can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Yeah, like everything in this area has kind of got like a soft aura to it. Behind you, the aura sort of disappears back down that trail. It just sort of fades off further down that trail. So that's what you can sort of see in the surrounding 30 feet.
Okay. This lasts for 10 minutes, by the way.
Okay, cool.
I'll just I'll just convey that to everyone that it's definitely there's magic. This place is glamored.
Let's see. I think I continue to step forward, holding the comb out, and I say, Agatha, my dear.
Nothing
Agatha.
really happens. You wait a minute and nothing occurs.
Shall we go on that dome?
Let's head towards it.
Okay.
Be
I just
careful.
continue forward with the comb out.
Okay. All right. As you get closer, there's nothing really happening where you are. As you get about 10 feet away from the entrance of this cave. So if you guys can just move your tokens close. As you near the entrance of this cave, the air grows cold. But the Baron, you're kind of seeing this aura quite brightly around these sort of vines and this area of these woods. A cold, pale light flickers in the air in front of you, rapidly taking on the form of a female elf. Her hair and robes are waving in a bit of a spectral wind. She's got this hateful expression twisted into her face, and she says, "Foolish mortals! Don't you know it's death to seek me out?"
What a beautiful home.
And we'll pick up next
What beautiful
week.
teeth you have.
We'll pick up on this one next week.
Oh,
Give me
gotta love
Foolish
this.
mortal.
What a hottie.
What a hottie.
I've got a whole week to work out what line I'm going to use. That's great.
I'm so glad you guys got to meet Agatha.
Christy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking the whole time. Like, oh, is it Agatha Christie?
Who done it? That's what we'll have to figure out.
Awesome. Okay, that was great.
Can I ask a meta question? And feel free to not answer it. But is Agatha one of the NPCs you had hoped we'd meet that we may not have?
It's not the one I wanted you to meet tonight.
Okay.
Wait, there was someone else?
I had some fun with some of these characters. How cool was that image, by the way? Let's bring
Cool.
Agatha back.
Yeah.
I was beautiful once. Sounds a little bit like a
Her-
goblin, so I might need to
Her
change
mouth
it.
seems so much bigger than the other characters. Somehow,
I've,
she looks like the mouth of Sauron.
yeah,
Got that enormous
yeah.
teeth.
There's another character that I've done that's I think is their mouth is even bigger. So,
Wow.
so I'm looking forward to that one as well. That was great. How was
Awesome work, man.
Yeah, those maps worked really well.
Yeah, they were cool.
It's really strange on the computer that I'm streaming from. They don't run smoothly, but from my Surface where I do my DM stuff, they just run beautifully. So I don't know what the difference is because my PC's way stronger, so I don't know what's happening. Not sure. Need to figure that out because they kind of were starting and stopping. So it'll be the
Were
same.
they loading? Because mine was stopping and starting for ages while it loaded, I think.
Possibly.
It was loading the frames.
Yeah, possibly.
And then it ran smoothly.
Possibly. It's just annoying because the sound starts and stops as well. So that's going to sound great for the people listening on the podcast.
But at least it's not a song or something.
Yeah, that's
It's just
true.
like an owl pops in.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I don't think you particularly notice because you hear like the ravens and the owls, all the bushes, and it kind of goes quiet and starts again and starts.
Yeah, yeah. It looks like the chat like the maps as well, which is awesome. We
It
had
was neat.
good turnout. Carlzone had hashtag Coneyberry 2019, which is a good callback to Coney
I was
2012.
trying not to make that reference.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know a good way to do it. So props to Carlzone for that.
Yeah.
Found a way to make it work.
I saw some chat about metagaming at one point. I think when it came to the Sturges, there was a talk of someone posted like what the Sturge does in the chat. So
That'd be Sock and someone discussing what they did.
yeah, just as a little thing to the viewers, try not to. Some of our guys do keep an eye on the chat, so try not to like explain what a monster does because they might see it and they'll inevitably metagame without even knowing it. So try not to.
Although we should try not to.
Yeah,
I mean, because if we run into stuff again, we should just learn the habit of
that's right. Yeah,
pretending like we don't know what we're talking about.
yeah. I think
Sturge,
I
So,
those Sturges messed you guys up.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
Except for
I'm just
American.
pleased I get to wear the blood of one now.
They were-
I'm so happy about that.
That's your blood.
yeah, it was just your own blood.
Some of it's
felt
no, actually no. See, the one whose head I bit off hadn't bitten anybody.
That's true. No, that was the one
Oh.
that was Baron's blood.
Oh, so it's
Oh.
Baron's blood. Yeah, so I'm now wearing your blood all over me.
Oh,
All right.
someone said that you should have done a con save just to check
Don't
for,
get high.
for poisoning or something. Yeah. You haven't taken any of the Traveler's Dust yet, have you, Baron?
No.
You need to take some, brother.
Yeah.
Explain
I'm
to us
thinking
why
about
you did that.
He, yeah, he's definitely thinking about it, but he's also got something else to entertain him now, which is this book.
Oh yeah, we need to figure out. I need to figure out what was in that book, so I can give you some stuff that you can maybe copy out
He's
of
got so much stuff that he's looking at. He's got a cheese ring,
Yeah.
a glass staff,
Yeah.
a necromancer's tome, a bunch of scrolls.
Did you add the staff to your D&D character? Because it should tell you what the staff does.
It didn't come up. There was something else of defense, but a staff of defense didn't appear.
All
so
right,
maybe we
I'll-
need to.
Yeah, I'll
Get
send you
extra
some
items
info.
or something?
I'll send you some info on that. So you can...
Okay, cool. I'll put it in as a custom item.
Yeah, cool. Now we had a bunch of new people in the chat as well as all our usuals tonight. That was actually pretty damn good. So I just want to say, if you're not already following us and you liked what we did, if you liked the costumes, if you like the overlays, if you like the animated maps and the voices and everything we've done, give us a follow. And if you really want to help us sort of branch out into getting some more of these maps, more gear to make things run a bit smoother, hit the donate button. If you hit it now, you can't really make a goblin appear right now. I'm not going to do that. That'd just be weird. But it would always be appreciated. Or you can subscribe, which is a relatively simple way to help support us as well. We've got
And go to the Discord, the Getting Dicey Discord. That's really great. I like that place.
Yeah, we're all very active in the Getting Dicey Discord. So the link to that's underneath the stream as well. If you want to catch up on what we've been doing, you can do that through our YouTube link underneath the stream. We've got all of our previous episodes there for free. You don't have to subscribe or anything to do that. And they're releasing one at a time on podcast format as well. So wherever you get your podcasts, the next one, episode 4, should be releasing in just under a couple of hours. What happened in episode 4? You guys all head to Phandelver in episode 4. This was you and Sildar heading to Phandelver. So yeah.
Jeez, we spent a lot of time in Phandelver.
This is episode 15. You guys spent 11, like 22, 25 hours.
I blame Sildar, to be fair. I totally blame him and his dilly-dallying around. It's his fault.
You were so, like... I feel like at this point, he's, like, proven enough that he's, like, he's not with Iano.
He's not with Iano because Iano, his best friend, backstabbed him and he had no idea that it was happening.
Yeah.
His other friend that is in the group has also mysteriously disappeared and he has no idea what that to me sounds incredibly suspicious.
He got captured.
He gave us a bag of gold.
Well, he gave us a bag of gold, which eases the pain, but
yeah,
it doesn't mean he's not going to turn into
like,
a...
They were captured.
Yeah, they were captured.
People.
Were they captured? That's
I don't know what
story.
you expect.
That's his story, but he did have goblins throwing him off a bridge and stuff to back him up.
Dildar was captured, but were the others?
Well,
we're only talking about Dildar.
I don't trust him.
I will laugh my ass off if at the end Dildar is the big bad guy and just Loris is like, I freaking told you.
If that happens, I promise you now the first thing I'd say will be, I'll put my eggs down and up. Told you so.
Please, just so that he's not right.
Yeah.
No, if I'm right, I'm right.
Yeah, this is why player characters don't trust NPCs, is because occasionally that's true.
Yeah.
It's like, but there's and sometimes they are the bad guys, right? But very, very often they're not. But we only remember when they were the bad guy.
Yeah.
And so if you take it on a percentages basis,
I'm willing to roll the die on that one.
This is a lesson that's just applicable to real life and it will improve you as a person. Just because you get hurt once, don't stop trusting.
Wait a minute.
I
Wait a
thought
minute.
Yes.
I think I say be suspicious of everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing is,
If one person
I can't even like those who know me well, and there's probably very few people that do, know that I trust nobody. It is me deep to a core. I trust no one 100%.
But this is a role-playing game. It's not like playing yourself.
I'm aware of that, but Morris has learned to rely on himself.
well, I mean,
Wait, Dave's playing a character that's him? What?
What? No.
No.
there is a common thread.
Hey, everyone has their common threads, all right?
Yeah.
I mean, my character's a judgmental bitch. I can't even throw stones. It's a bit like me, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it's always a bit
It's
of
also
that.
your first character, so
I like my character.
Yeah, that's me in real life, I'm not going to lie.
That's awesome.
I like how Loris is developing.
Let's just
developing, regressing, same thing.
Same thing, right? It's still a path.
I'm just checking up
Yeah,
the.
it is a story arc, that's for sure.
I'm just chucking up the just cheekily chucking up that donation bar again, just to see how we're doing, since we got a nice little goblin attack tonight. So we're
that was very. Who did the goblin?
Oh, come on, you know who did that. It's the same. It's random origins. He loves throwing these goblins out. That was the fastest Billy Goblin has just been dealt with. Like that was just insanity. It was just like one crit hit that just. Every time he appears, this isn't really metagaming. Every time he appears, I just bump up his health a little bit. And that shot with one go just like wiped him out. Just absolutely.
I do like the wait. I have something to tell you. Smash. It's like, oh God.
I'm
wondering.
Bad for him.
I'm wondering who of us would have heard that, given we were all still quite a wee way away. Would any of us have actually heard that?
Sig definitely heard
It's
it.
not for his lies.
Sig did, but would have anyone else heard it willing enough to question Sig at a later date?
I thought he wouldn't be coming back because we killed the necromancer that had pages with goblins that were being stitched together and reanimated. So the plot
Apparently
thickens.
not. Apparently not.
I don't know.
Durable little bugger.
He's attacked us enough times where it's like why the fuck would we listen to this guy? Like, if you don't trust Sildar, after like helping us
Dave,
fucking ages, like why would we listen to one color sentence?
yeah.
Fucking goblin
Dave's like,
who has
I had
attacked us
exactly the same
literally.
thought as to charging him and
times.
cutting him down. Like, my first instinct was to charge him as soon as it was my opportunity, but the fact that he claimed to have had said something, and he's been useful at some point with his information he's thrown. Admittedly, so has Dildar. But
wait,
Was he helpful?
what is one piece of information that Billy Goblin's given you that has been helpful?
What was the information?
I can't remember. I'm sure he's given us something.
He didn't no, but he didn't start it off very well as well. Like, he showed up here. He should have started with, "I've got some important information." Instead, he started off with like, "Oh, you look like you've been softened up for me."
That doesn't. But he wasn't attacking.
Yeah, that's a threat.
Yeah.
It's a friendly jab. He's trustworthy to as Dave thinks anyway.
Yeah,
So
true. Yeah.
I'm not claiming he's trustworthy. I mean, I've cut his head off at least once.
yeah.
Oh,
Stop playing both sides, then. God.
Anyway, so the donation
Good goblins on both sides.
the donation bar's up to 177.82. I joined all of the Twitch and the Streamlabs stuff into a group scene, and it's so we're pretty close. We're pretty close to being able to get that Streamlabs Stream Deck. Is it Streamlabs? I think it's just a Stream Deck actually, which would just be, you know how I kept like pushing button and it would be like, oh, the Goblin, but I was meant to be Toblin, and then it was like, oh, now it's the Goblin, but it was meant to be someone else. So it'll just help me with that hugely, just having like little buttons.
Shouldn't call them Goblin and Toblin, because that is definitely going to confuse you.
Maybe they're one and the same.
Toblin. Like,
Wait a
there's 3 or 4 things with the same name. It's ridiculous.
Maybe Toblin.
Toblin's Billy Goblin.
So I think
I got confused with Toblin and
Tobin.
Harbin as well. I thought Harbin was called Torben, and Hoblin. What's his name? Toblin.
Toblin.
So it's Toblin,
Toblerone.
Harbin,
Who the
or-
fuck is
Toblin and
Toblin?
Harbin.
Toblin's the ginger
He's the
guy.
barkeep.
He's the barkeep guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that guy.
The jovial guy that we want.
Yeah.
He's the guy we trust the most.
Is
I
he?
trust him. I trust him. I'm totally cool with him.
I think
Yeah.
like Gil's just like, what if you were the mayor? And he's like, huh?
Huh?
Maybe, but what?
He's starting to like it.
Yeah, he said they had a good range.
A little power
Gil-
corrupts.
Gil's meddling in the small town business, but that's fine.
Yeah, just sow that seed. I'll just sow that seed for later.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we get back and he's like just overthrown the town
Yeah.
on the
Got a whip
military
in his
might of
hand.
He's
the
walking his
patronage
streets
of the
with his
sleeping
ticket.
giants in.
Yeah, he
Instead of the red
or
brands,
whatever
it'd be
it's
the
called.
red beards.
we get back down it, and Toblin's just there with Harbin's head on a stick, and he's like, look what I've done, I'm the best. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
You told me this is what I should do, right?
He's got
Yeah,
he'll have the
not like
banner.
that.
He'll have the banner outside the pub. You know, his name 2019, and beside it will be a pike with the mayor's head on it.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
I mean-
That's how you take over. a town.
Toblin Billy 2019.
Well, I reckon
Worst case scenario, we get free drinks for life there. So
that's true. That is true. Well, we'll call it there, I reckon. Thanks everyone for coming along and watching. It's been an awesome session. We'll hopefully have some cool new maps and find out next week when Agatha says, "Ah!" Thanks again for watching.
Bye,
See ya.
everyone.